Hello and welcome to Corbett Field, Game 3 of this 3-game set between the Pierre Trappers and the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. I'm Max Tanzer, joined alongside Ballard Ackleway. Ballard, the Sabre Dogs have a chance for their second consecutive sweep and what would be win number 6 in a row, as they currently stand at 15-7 in first place in the Lewis Division. Meanwhile, for the Trappers, 6-14, 10 games back in the Clark Division, coming in having lost 9 in a row. So they're going to look to snap that here tonight. Meanwhile, the Sabre Dogs looking to keep things rolling here. It was a big win for Souris Valley last night. They led for the majority of the game. 8-6 was the final. It went into that 9th inning with an 8-3 lead, and then the Trappers, after what was 6 consecutive walks to open up the frame, were able to bring around 3 runs to score and load the bases with 1 away. Had the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first base, but Sabre Dogs and Daniel Sharon were able to induce make that a 5-4-3 double play to end the game as Sharon picked up his first save of the year. Kyle Bratzik got his first win after going 6 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Was absolutely fantastic this evening. Now we enter tonight's ball game. The Sabre Dogs looking to obviously keep things going here. Ballard, what have you seen in this series from Souris Valley and how they've been able to dominate really this pitching staff for the Trappers?
Yeah, the game last night that really looked in hand for the Sabre Dogs throughout the entirety of it. Kind of looked, kind of got some fireworks at the end there. But you got to hand the Trappers. They really stuck in there and gave the Dogs a run for their money. I was really impressed with Kyle Bratz, as you mentioned earlier. His comfort level with justice behind the plate really showed last night. And I think that's a trend we'll see continue throughout the season between these San Jose State guys with justice behind the plate. On the mound. But I mean, we saw the bats do what they continue to do. We saw what this team can do on the base passes, just create havoc with their speed. So it was a really atypical game for the Sabre Dogs last night. Yeah. Really complemented by some good pitching as well. So it was an overall well-rounded, well-balanced game, I thought.
For sure, and the big knock for the Sabre Dogs came early in the first inning. It was a 3-run home run off the bat of Steven Moretto way out of here, out to straightaway left field, his first round tripper of the year. He has been fantastic since joining this ball club, now hitting .417 right now, has a homer and 7 RBIs. That's just through 3-4 games so far, and he has inserted himself into the middle of the Sabre Dogs lineup and has made a monumental impact for this team that's already good enough offensively. You'd think first in runs scored now with 232, first in hits with 264, second in on base at 432, second in slugging at 460. Contrasting with the Trappers, who happen to be last in hits, last in runs, 11th in on base, and 11th on slugging. So it's not a good matchup if you're a Trappers fan. Again, they're looking to catch a big break and pick up a win tonight as they head home. Now, another big piece in yesterday's ball game was the Sabre Dogs bullpen, particularly Matt Jackson, being able to eat up the 7th and 8th innings, get Will Coswell out of a jam after going an inning and third, walking 1 and striking out 2 batters. He's been very good in his last 2 relief outings, and that's now 4 1/3 of an innings worked without allowing a run this week. We were able to sit down with him earlier today before the game to talk about his transition to the bullpen this season, as well as how it's been wearing the Sabre Dogs uniform for the first time. Let's take a listen to that.
We're joined by Sabre Dogs pitcher Matt Jackson. Matt, a couple of really things for you out of relief this week. Let's start with that Spuds one. 3 innings, 3 shutout innings to close out that game. How'd the arm feel in that one, and how was it going through those final 3 innings?
The arm felt good, just basically going through the same routines daily, kind of trying to practice as we preach, and just trying to find something and find a way where I can do something that's consistent, that works for me. And honestly, I'm not used to coming out of relief, so it's something new for me and something adjustment I had to make coming in. But honestly, just learning my body and just adjusting to that, it's been useful. My arm felt good, so I've been recovering well and finding out how to bounce back a little sooner than usual. So
great to hear.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So what were some of the adjustments that you made coming from obviously being a starter at Minot State and then leaving here for the Sabre Dogs?
Well, my recovery changed a lot. I did a lot more decelerating work. I run a lot more, do a lot more cardio, and I do a lot more strength and conditioning, start back to back, try not to spread it out as much and try to rebuild those muscles as I use them more often now and kind of 100%. So just kind of finding that balance and
for sure
changing a couple things.
Yeah, and I think versatility is a big part of your game too. We saw you start that game at Casper as well.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that for your game moving forward? Now being able to be a guy who can relieve, come in late inning situations, eat up innings in a long relief situation, or start a big game.
Well, it's all mental at the end of the day. You go in there, you just try to do the job. I try not to kind of look at it when I go in the game, I try not to look at it from that perspective. Just try to do the job. Whether it's men on base, I try not to allow men. I try to help my teammates as much as possible and just try to get the win. So no matter what role they want to put me in, I'm willing to do it. I just have to, mentally be there, and that's all it takes.
For sure, that's a good attitude. Now, before your first outing this season, it's been a while since you last pitched. What was it like getting back into the swing of things?
Honestly, well, it was more so how I felt afterwards getting back. So I was still there mentally and just kind of getting back into the groove of things, but it was more so just all right, my body wasn't used to this for a while, so I gotta recover a little more, gotta do a little extra things, just to get the body back in tune and make sure I can be better the next time I come out, and just prevent injury. So it was an adjustment for sure, but it was something I was ready for. It's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time, and I felt prepared, so it was good for me.
Definitely. And yesterday's ball game, you talked about how you primarily started in your entire baseball career. You inherit a bases-loaded, two-out situation, in a situation where the Trappers were easing their way back in that ball game. Throw one pitch, get the comebacker. But what was that like, inheriting a situation like that for the first time?
Honestly, I came in and I was like, you know what? I got to help my boy Will. So that was the main thing. I was like, I'm not getting this run in from my boy Will. So, when I come in, I try to do a job, and I know that run was a big spot, and they needed me to come through. So I like those positions. I like to be the guy to step up and shut things down. So it was good for me, and I like to help my team out, and we came away with the win. So it was real good.
For sure. And then last question. I talked to Dominic about this yesterday. I saw him talking for an hour, it seemed like, with Caden Cardoso down the right field line. Obviously, you're a Minot State Beaver as well. How fun is it to see your guys back in town here, especially here at your home ballpark in Corbett?
It's a lot of fun, honestly, and just seeing those guys on our team. And we know, we chirp them all the time, and it's going to be a little more aggressive with them, and they know that. But it's all fun at the it's a little more loose, and you get to work on things that you want to work on that can transfer into your college career. So just playing with Minot State boys on different teams, it is a different experience, but it's all fun at the end of the day.
For sure. Once again, Matt Jackson has been great out of relief for the Sabre Dogs this season. Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, Matt Jackson, Sabre Dogs reliever, was very good yesterday. Held that game intact so the Sabre Dogs could hold on and win. Again, the Trappers coming back late. Jackson's performance that much more important. Let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight, sent out by head coach Alex Miklos. It's going to be Caden Schwabe leading off in left field. For the first time this year, Justin Cooper will be at the 2 spot at shortstop. Bo Brewer will bat third at first base. Steven Moretto, fresh off the big night last night, will clean up at third. Drew Miller will bat fifth in the DH spot. Chase Keaton in right field will bat sixth, followed by Jaden Schaefer seventh at second base. Lance McDonald getting the start behind the plate will bat eighth, his first start in about 9 days or so. And Reese Anderson, getting his season debut in center field, will round out the 9. On the mound for Souris Valley this evening will be left-hander Dalton LeBlanc, coming off of his best start of the year back on June 14th against the Spuds. That was earlier this week on Monday, where he went 6 innings, allowed 1 run on 3 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Look to ride that into tonight as he comes in with a 4.33 ERA, 17 strikeouts, and 18 2/3 of an innings work, a record of 1-1. With that, it's time for our picks to click as per usual. Ballard, you get the green light. You go first. Who are you going with this evening?
I'll go with the designated hitter and Drew Miller tonight. He's been a little quiet over the past few games, but as we saw at the beginning of the season, all that pop in his bat. I guess he did have that home run the other night, but he's been, in terms of Drew Miller, he's been a little quiet the past few games. So I'll go with a big game from Drew Miller to kind of pace this offense tonight.
All right, I like that pick. I'm going to go with your roommate tonight, pulling a trick out of your hat. Chase Keaton, hitting .292 this year with 10 RBIs, was a late addition to the lineup. He's been hitting the ball hard. He has a lot of pop, and I expect him to pick up a couple extra base hits tonight and help the Sabre Dogs get out in front early. He'll be in right field tonight as well, so I'm excited to see him hopefully cover some ground. Again, I've mixed it up the last couple nights. I went with the battery yesterday. How about a couple of nice plays in right field by Chase Keaton tonight? That's going to wrap up our pregame show. We have plenty of excitement coming up here as the Sabre Dogs look to win here on Father's Day and complete the 3-game sweep over the Pierre Trappers. First pitch coming up next. Wait, we didn't do picks to click.
I was about to say.
All right. Hello and welcome to Corbett Field, Game 3 of this 3-game set between the Pierre Trappers and the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. I'm Max Tanzer, joined alongside Ballard Ackleway. Ballard, the Sabre Dogs have a chance for their second consecutive sweep.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats and stand at attention for the playing of the national anthem performed by Gracie Woods.
Oh, say, can you see? Oh, Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now.
Hello and welcome to Corbett Field, and happy Father's Day to all the dads listening here this afternoon. Game 3, the finale of this 3-game set between the Pierre Trappers and your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Sabre Dogs looking for the 3-game sweep here tonight as they look to make it back-to-back sweeps on this homestand before they have a couple days off and head to Nebraska on the road. Let's take a look at the starting lineup that will be sent out by head coach for the Trappers in Ontario May tonight. Leading it off at first base will be Caden Cardoso, followed by Tyler Skelton, the DH, batting second. Brock Reinhardt, the second baseman, will bat third. Nicholas Strong cleaning up behind the plate. Brandon Perez, make that Brendan Perez, will bat fifth at third base. Bennett Osborne, the left fielder, will bat sixth. Braden Cordes, his third consecutive start, will bat seventh at shortstop. Jacob Newman, your right fielder, will bat eighth. And Richie Williams, getting his first start of the series, will round out the 9 in center field. On the mound for the Sabre Dogs this evening is going to be southpaw Dalton LeBlanc. They started the homestand with him on the bump, and they'll finish the homestand with him on the hill. Very good start his last time out against the Spuds. 6 innings, 1 run. It was earned, 3 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Without a doubt, the best we've seen him in this entire season. He's had a decent year so far as well. 1-1 record. The ERA now lowered to 4.33 in 4 starts. 17 strikeouts to 14 walks, and 18 2/3 of an innings work. So we are about ready to say play ball here at Corbett Field on this warm Father's Day afternoon. This will be the first Father's Day game here for the Sabre Dogs since 2019, as the season was delayed till the end of June last year. So LeBlanc will climb the hill, step on the third base side of the rubber. Caden Cardoso, the first baseman, will lead it off. Swinging from the left side, lefty on left. LeBlanc turns and tosses. First pitch is on its way. It's a fastball that misses inside for ball 1. And we are underway here live from Minot, North Dakota at Corbett Field. LeBlanc, as per usual, working very fast. Cardoso was readjusting his batting gloves outside the box. Now steps back in. 1-0 is a fastball at the knees on the outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind a little bit more heavy than we've seen it the last couple of nights, blowing out hard from right to left towards left center. Laid right-handers tonight. So the 1-1 is a fastball that runs inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cardoso was 1 for 2 yesterday with 3 walks. Now hitting a .174, a homer, and an RBI. Was in the 3 spot yesterday, then a flashback to game 1 on Friday, was in the 7 spot. So he's been all over the lineup here from Ontario May tonight. Or I should say this series, as the next pitch misses outside by a smidge. 3 balls, 1 strike. Your umpires tonight behind home plate will be Alex Shoemaker. Manning the field this evening will be Chad Williams. LeBlanc from the wide, turns, kicks, fires, the 3-1 on the way. Swinging a high fly ball out to deep left field. Schwabe ranging back towards the track, turning and looking. This one's gone. Off the light pole, the facing of the light pole, and straightaway left field. A familiar facing Caden Cardoso leaves the yard the other way to lead off this ball game, as the Trappers take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. We saw a leadoff home run back in game 1, courtesy of Brendan Van Brusingen. We see it once again here tonight for Caden Cardoso. His second homer of the year, as he turns towards that first base dugout. Smiles at his Minot State University teammates over there as he'll greet a very happy Trappers dugout. Really impressive piece of hitting right there. For a right-handed hitter to hit it about halfway off the facing of the pole, that would be quite the feat. Cardoso, a left-handed hitter, hit it the other way. Got to wonder if that would have flown over the back wall if the pole was not standing there. So 1-0 Trappers. Here's Tyler Skelton. The first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Let's take a look at the starting defense tonight. That'll be sent out by Alex Miklos and will man behind Dalton LeBlanc. Left to right in the outfield, a different look. Schwabe, Anderson, and Keaton. Moretto, Cooper, Schaefer, and Brewer left to right in the diamond. And Lance McDonald will be getting the start behind the plate tonight. 0-1 pitch from LeBlanc is a fastball that misses. Make that is a strike at the knees on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Infield straight out. LeBlanc looking to bounce back here as he comes set from the wide. Hesitates a bit as he delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A fastball running away from Skelton. Went after it swinging for out number 1. First strikeout of the night, first out of the night. Recorded by LeBlanc, as that'll bring up Brock Reinhardt to the plate. Strikeout numbers were up for LeBlanc in his last start when you compare it to the previous 2. His outings against the Big Sticks and the Horseheads combined for 5 strikeouts in those 2 starts. The first pitch on the way to Reinhardt is swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Had 2 in the start against the Big Sticks on the 7th, 3 against Casper on the 1st. 5 back on Monday against the Spuds. The next pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-2, which is the season high for him when you take away his season debut against Wheat City where he struck out 7. 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for LeBlanc. Fastball up and out of the strike zone that Reinhardt went after. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, as LeBlanc set him down quickly on 3 pitches. So an incredible bounce back here for LeBlanc after giving up the leadoff home run to Caden Cardoso. Here comes the catcher and Nicholas Strong to the plate. Strong cleaning up tonight. Will be getting his first start of the year, or excuse me, first start of the series. The first pitch from LeBlanc is a fastball that runs outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, a 1-0 Trappers here in the top of the first on the leadoff home run from Caden Cardoso. 1-0 pitch on the way from LeBlanc is swung on and popped up, foul straight back for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sabre Dogs wearing the perfect uniforms for a Father's Day late evening ball game. Baby blue tops, baby blue bottoms. So the 1-1 is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. There are red caps with the navy blue brims. Meanwhile, for the Trappers, navy blue tops with the golden accents and the gray bottoms. Strong ahead, 2 balls, 1 strike here as LeBlanc turns, kicks, and fires. Pitch on the way is a fastball that misses upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The battery of LeBlanc and McDonald, they have some experience together. In fact, LeBlanc's first couple of starts, his first one of the year against Wheat City, McDonald was behind the plate. So the 3-1 is a fastball that misses inside, 4 ball 4, so that'll be a 2-out walk. Strong will reach first base here to bring up Brendan Perez to the plate. And the one struggle for LeBlanc this season, particularly in his last few starts, has been the command with the walks. 4 walks in his start on Monday, 3 against the Big Sticks in the start just a week before that, and then 6 against Casper on June 1st. 14 through 18 2/3 is the first pitch on the way to Brendan Perez is cut on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 17th pitch of the frame coming up here for LeBlanc as he's going from the stretch here for the first time tonight with Strong at first base. He's set from the third base side, belt tie. 0-1 delivery is swung on and popped up foul territory. First baseman Brewer ranging over to the dugout. So is McDonald. It's going to be McDonald, the catcher, who makes the gliding grab in foul territory right in front of the railing of the first base dugout to retire the side. Nice play by Lance McDonald as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 Trappers thanks to the leadoff home run for Caden Cardoso. Sabre Dogs coming up for the first time tonight. It'll be Caden Schwabe to lead it off when we come back.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday Night Whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05. SaberDog fans,
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 1-0 Trappers, your score. Sabre Dogs coming up for the first time tonight. Let's take a look at that starting lineup that'll be sent out by head coach Alex Miklos. Leading it off, as per usual, will be Caden Schwabe in left field, followed by Justin Cooper at shortstop, who will bat in the 2 spot for the first time this year. Bo Brewer, the league leading hitter, will bat third at first base. Stephen Moretto, who left the yard yesterday for his first round tripper of the year, will clean up at third base. Drew Miller, the DH, will bat fifth. Chase Keaton will bat 6th in right field. Jaden Schaefer, the second baseman, will bat 7th. Lance McDonald behind the plate will bat 8th. And Reese Anderson will man center field, rounding out the 9. On the mound here tonight for the Trappers will be southpaw Noah Borwedge out of Chaska, Minnesota. Product of University of St. Paul Concordia, a freshman this year, standing at 5'11", 180 pounds. This will be his 10th outing of the year, his first start, however. Again, 9 relief outings in which he's put together a 12.37 ERA with 13 strikeouts, 13 walks, and 8 innings of work. He's only allowed 4 hits. Opponents are getting on base at a .468 clip against him, hitting a .138, however. That tells you the story right there. A lot of walks. That's been the story this season for the Trappers. We've seen it on display a couple of nights where they've struggled to command the strike zone. It's created for some lengthy, long innings, and the SaberDogs have been able to take advantage of it. So Borwedge will climb up the hill here and lean in for the sign as Caden Schwabe digs in for the first time tonight. The third baseman Perez playing a foot behind the third base bag. Ready for a potential bunt as Schwabe digs in. Here's Borwedge's first pitch on the way. It's a fastball that misses outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. So Schwabe, Cooper, and Brewer to lead it off here in the bottom of the first inning as the SaberDogs look to get that 1 run back. Here's the 1-0, down the way ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So hitter's count here for Schwabe. Borwedge from the third base side, glove in front of his face, will turn, kick, and fire. The 2-0 delivery on the way is a fastball outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So Schwabe right out of the gate here has worked a 3-0 count. And again, it's going to be probably a patient day at the plate for most of these SaberDogs hitters, knowing the lack of command from Borwedge this year. As the 3-0 pitch is on its way. It's a fastball that is right down the middle of the plate for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Wind continues to blow out towards left center. Going to knock down the ball for any left-handed hitter who pulls the ball this evening. Hitters count for Schwabe. 3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball misses. Make that is a strike at the knees on the inside corner, Strike 2, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Big crowd on hand once again tonight. A lot of fans still filing in here. Again, a 5:35 start time. The new Sunday start time here for the SaberDogs at Corbett Field. Count now full on Borwedge. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch in the way. Misses well up and away. 4 ball, 4. So Schwabe will take the walk. That'll lead off this ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. So that brings up Justin Cooper to the plate. Fantastic speed in the base paths now with Schwabe, who has 24 stolen bags on the year. So here comes Justin Cooper. Was 2 for 3 with an RBI yesterday, hitting .333 with no homers and 2 RBIs in the year. Again, returning to this SaberDogs ball club for the first time since August of last year, back on the first game of this homestand on Monday against Canyon County. As the first pitch from Borwedge is on its way, it's a fastball that misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Cooper going with the red stirrups tonight, which I think is quite a look. We haven't seen any other SaberDogs players use those this season. Pops out and really matches the accent of the red SaberDogs script on the chest of these jerseys. It's the 1-0's a breaking ball that bites the inner edge for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've seen a lot of different sock combinations. Most of them are navy blue, but the red really, really stands out well, especially on Justin Cooper here this evening. A good look. Schwabe takes a healthy lead at first base. 1-1 pitch on the way is a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck could be Bo Brewer. Then Steven Moretto here. 1-0 Trappers here in the bottom of the first inning, just getting underway. Game 3 of this 3-game set. Borwedge from the stretch. Check over to first base. Schwabe's back in safely. Yesterday's ball game was a tight one. SaberDogs won 8-6. Came into that bottom of the 9th inning, or make that top of the 9th inning, leading 8-3. And after a lot of walks, the Trappers were able to inch back and had the tying run at second base and go-ahead run at first. So the 1-2 pitches swung on and chopped straight back. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And if it weren't for that 5-4-3 double play induced by Daniel Sharona in the ballgame, the Trappers very likely could have tied that ballgame up, if not taken the lead, which would have been a very, very tough loss if the SaberDogs would not be able to come back later in that game. So the 1-2 pitch is on its way. Fastball misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But they were able to hold on. Sharona did a good job of inheriting a difficult situation, bases loaded and nobody out. And that was win number 50 here for Souris Valleys. They still hold a 1-game lead over the Tommyknockers for first place. 2-2 pitch on the way from Borwedge. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Heading for second is Schwabe. The throw gets in the right center field. Schwabe will head for third base. Center fielder Williams up with it. His throw in goes back to the shortstop and Cordes. So into third base, standing up goes Schwabe. Here with nobody out. Big, big break, as this was a pitch, or I should say, looks like they're gonna send him back to second base. Again, maybe an interference play. That might be the call. The throw from the catcher and strong faded arm side and was spiked and 1 hop past the glove of the covering second baseman Reinhardt. So Schwabe will be sent back to second base here. As Cooper's at first base because it was a walk. Here's Bo Brewer to the plate. There go the runners. First pitch is a breaking ball down and in. Throw from Reinhardt is high as Schwabe will slide in safely. That's stolen base number 25 for him. Cooper now at first base as he held him to play. Runners at the corners, nobody out. 1-0 count to Bo Brewer. Bo Brewer, one of the biggest pieces in this Sabre Dogs lineup, wanted to send a message to his father who's tuning in tonight, saying, "Happy Father's Day, Dad. Thank you for making sacrifices and pushing me to do better every day. I'll never be able to repay you. Love, Bobo." See if he can give his father a long ball right here as he swings and slices this foul down the right side and out of play. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And obviously all these guys playing college baseball, parents play such a pivotal role in their career, especially making the transfer from high school ball all the way to college. Not only helping them develop their baseball skills, but helping them develop good traits to be good teammates and hard workers. So the 1-1 pitch is on its way. There goes Cooper swinging a line drive foul off to the right side and out of play. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's so much fun to see all these players pay tribute to their fathers. A lot of them on social media today posting pictures with their dads. A lot of them being coached by their dads. Growing up playing Little League ball through high school. It's quite a special moment. We'll in fact have Colin Hannigan and Alan Greer later up into the booth in this ballgame to talk about the impact their parents had on them. 1-2 pitch on the way is a fastball, misses well up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brewer hitting .516, a homer, 33 RBIs as his torrid start continues here. 12 stolen bases as well. Was 1 for 3 yesterday with a run scored. Back-to-back walks to open up this ball game here. Schwabe at third, Cooper at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Borwedge from the stretch, third base side. 2-2 on the way is a breaking ball lined and caught by the second baseman Reinhardt, who leaps up in the air in the center of the diamond to make the catch and rob Bo Brewer of a base hit. So a big out as that holds Schwabe at third base and Cooper at first. This was a soft hit line drive up the middle, and again, if it gets into center field, of course, Schwabe would be able to walk home and score from third base, but obviously the second baseman Reinhardt making a nice athletic leaping play up the middle of the infield to take that hit away. So Brewer retired for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Steven Moretto to the plate. Moretto having a good season so far, a good homestand, .417, a homer, and 7 RBIs. First pitch on the way here from Borwedge, misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Moretto 1 for 4 yesterday with a sac fly. The bases loaded that drove in a run. The big one, though, a 3-run shot deep out to left field for his first home run in a Sabre Dogs uniform. Give Souris Valley a 3-0 lead in the first. There goes Cooper. Pitch over to first base is going to be not in time as the first baseman Cardoso threw to the second baseman Reinhardt, who applied the tag, and it was not in time as it dropped out of his glove. Coming around to score on the play from third base is Schwabe. And just like that, the Sabre Dogs have tied this game up. It's 1-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. And again, it was a move over to first base. The runner on first and Cooper was going on first movement. Borwedge quickly picked over to first. Cardoso then threw a strike to Reinhardt at second. Cooper was beat as the tag was applied in time, but Reinhardt couldn't hold on, and scoring on the play is Schwabe. So there'll be a stolen base for Cooper. Schwabe as well. So that puts Cooper in scoring position here with 1 out now. 1 ball, no strikes, the count of Borwedge. Pitch on the way, misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. On deck, Drew Miller, Chase Keaton will follow here. Tied at 1 now here in the bottom of the first inning. Cooper, good speed at second base. Should be able to score on a base hit here as he takes a walking lead from second. Moretto, big right-handed hitter, digs back into the box. Lefty on right. Borwedge leans in for the sign here and comes set from the third base side of the rubber. Cooper dancing back and forth at second. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Late rip from Moretto for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that wind is blowing into the direction of the power alley here for Moretto, a right-handed hitter. It's blowing straight out towards left center. Almost exactly the same direction in which he hit his home run last night. So he'll look to get a hold of one right here, or at least pick up a base hit to keep this inning alive and potentially score Cooper from second. 2-1 pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball hit high in the air, popped up foul territory. Shortstop Cordes and the third baseman Perez ranging the foul territory, and it's going to drop out of play as it hits off the base of the wall deep in foul territory. 4 strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Moretto a little bit out in front of that one. Maybe the wind had pushed that one a little bit more out of the reach of both Cordes and Perez, as Cordes was covering a lot of ground out there. We saw him back in Game 1 on Monday make a nice play in foul ground. Always a tough play because it's a sharp angle, making it more difficult for you to read. A lot of times you'll see guys overrun it. In that case, it just hit off the base of the wall adjacent to the bullpen down the left field line. Count even at 2-2 now here on Moretto as Borwedge leans it for the side. Cooper once again takes his lead from second. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the first inning. Long look in from Borwedge as he nods his head in agreement with Strong. Comes set at the belt. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball misses down and in, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the inning started with the walk to Caden Schwabe. Schwabe then advanced to second on what initially looked like a stolen base. But because it was ball 4 to Cooper, it was a walk. The throw got away from the catcher and Strong, which initially looked to have advanced Schwabe to third base, but he was sent back after ball 4 was thrown to Cooper, meaning that Schwabe was forced only into second base. Payoff pitch to Moretto is swung on and flied on the third base line. Perez, the third baseman, will camp underneath it just a smidge into fair territory for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here after Borwedge allows the run to score. It's going to bring up Drew Miller to the plate. Miller hitting .307, 2 homers, 19 RBIs, 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored in last night's game. Miller's had a good homestand. The home run a couple nights ago that he banged off the scoreboard to deep right center. Picked up a hit yesterday, starting to heat up once again here as Borwedge comes set from the stretch, third base side, belts high. Kicks and fires. First pitch on the way is a breaking ball that bites the inside corner. Good front door pitch for strike 1. 0-1. Miller, OPS of .855 this year in great territory, swinging the black Victus back tonight. Victus logo reflecting rainbow colors here as it reflects off the sun. Check over to first, make that check over to second base. Cooper goes back in standing up. VIP section on the first base line completely full. Grandstands behind home plate very filled up as well here at Corbett. We've seen a lot of big crowds here the last couple of nights, and really this entire homestand. The fans have shown out. Borwedge from the stretch. 0-1 pitch on the way to Miller is a breaking ball that misses inside, backs up a bit for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a long inning for Borwedge here. 27th pitch of the frame coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, 2 walks. A line out to second off the bat of Bo Brewer after he was robbed of a base hit and an RBI from a leaping catch from Reinhardt. And then Moretto popped out to third. 1-1 pitch on the way to Miller. Big rip and a miss for strike 2. Chased a fastball up and out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Sabre Dogs once again able to answer back almost immediately after giving up the leadoff home run to Caden Cardoso in the top of the first inning. We haven't seen too many times this year where they've trailed for more than multiple innings. And not only that, but trailed by a lot. It seems that they've been able to chip away quite quickly and get back to the ball games quicker than most as the 1-2 is on its way. Fastball runs inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. However, they've gotten out to big leads late in ball games, and they've made it tight. Go back to Wednesday night against the Spuds. They led 10-0 in the 7th and allowed 8 runs to score, making it 10-8. They would win that game 20-11. Even yesterday's ball game led 8-3 in the 9th, allowed 3 runs, and won by a final score of 8-6. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Cooper on second. Deuce is running wild. Pitch on the way, swung on and spoiled as it's fouled straight back. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Miller. 1 run, a hit, no errors for the Trappers. 1 run, no hits, no errors for Souris Valley. Cooper will be going on contact here with 2 away. Borwedge, again, on the very edge of the third base rubber, digs his left foot in. Leans it for the side, now comes set at the chest. Long hold as he checks Cooper twice, now looks in, next pitch, swing, and a foul straight back. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes here. 31st pitch of the inning coming up here for Borwedge. Again, in yesterday's ball game, the Sabre Dogs were able to chase the Trappers starter and Mason Torv after the first inning. After he faced 9 batters, gave up 5 runs. And then it was Adrian Lopez who came in relief and tossed 6 innings of really good baseball to keep the Trappers in that game. It's the 2-2 one more time is buried in the dirt ball 3. Cooper took off towards third, then stopped. Count will run full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Drew Miller. If Miller can reach and keep the inning alive, it'll be Chase Keaton on deck, then Jaden Schaefer. Wind blowing out towards left center once again. Miller could drive them that way. Should get a lot of extra carry here as he digs back into the left-hander's batter's box. Open stance. Borwedge from the stretch. Kicks and delivers the payoff pitch. It's a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 3 as Borwedge bites the front door as that will retire the side. But the SaberDogs pick up 1 run on no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. Ready to the top half of the second inning. 1-1 ball game here at Corbett Field as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley SaberDogs Radio Network.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Forebears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Forebears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown. Start planning your summer road trips.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive SaberDogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV SaberDogs and use the hashtag ScoDogs.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 1-1 ball game here as Dalton LeBlanc comes out to the hill for his second inning of work. Besides giving up the leadoff home run to Keita Cardoso, looked quite good after striking out 2 batters immediately after. Did allow Strong to reach base on a walk, but then induced a pop out in foul territory to the catcher and Lance McDonald to retire the side. He'll look for a clean inning here. First pitch on the way here to Bennett Osborne is cut on a miss for strike 1. No balls, 2 strikes. Osborne steps out, takes a practice swing, and these Trappers hitters, more than we've seen per usual against LeBlanc, have stepped out and taken a little bit more time as LeBlanc turns and tosses. Next pitch is swung on and chopped down the first base line and foul for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And there is there is Dalton LeBlanc dominating the pace of play right there. Again, the right-handed hitter in Osborne hopped into the box with his head down, tried to tap the plate, and Dalton LeBlanc started his windup and delivered. Osborne looked back at the home plate umpire as LeBlanc was delivering and then saw that their time was not being called, so did an emergency hack, and tapped it foul. Time now called by the home plate umpire and Alex Shoemaker, giving Osborne some time to breathe here as LeBlanc again is really trying to speed up Osborne here at the plate, and it's worked so far. He's ahead 0-2. He twists and delivers his 0-2 on the way. Swinging a line drive left field. Schwabe stepping back now, coming in. He's going to make the catch as his hat flies off, blowing against the wind for out number 1. So good start here for LeBlanc. 1 up, 1 down. It's going to bring up Braden Cordes, the shortstop, to the plate. And again, that's an extreme situation right there where LeBlanc basically rushed Osborne right there, who was still doing his pre-pitch routine while he delivered, but that quick pace gets in the head of hitters as the first pitch is up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And I think the reason why LeBlanc started his delivery right there was because Osborne was taking so much time out of the box. As the 1-0 pitch is on its way, it's a fastball on the inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. What that does is it speeds the game up quicker than it already is. So the 1-1 pitch is swung on and popped up right side, foul territory. Brewer, the first baseman, raging onto the track. It's going to fly out of play. 4 strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Because all of a sudden, you can't process, what pitch you saw, or you at least have less time to. You don't get too much time to think. You're just jumping in immediately there. And it rushes you to the point where obviously it makes it more difficult as the 1-2 is swung on and chopped on the third base line and foul. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Cordes putting up a little bit of a fight here. Was 1 for 4 yesterday with a run scored, hitting .228, no homers, 3 RBIs. A block from the third base side again. Shakes once. Now delivers in agreement. The 1-2 is a fastball up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count here in Cordis. Jacob Newman, the right fielder, on deck. LeBlanc turns and tosses. The 2-2 on the way is a breaking ball just a bit outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lance McDonald wanted that one, got up out of his crouch, ready to throw to his third baseman, Moretto, in celebration of the K. He'll have to wait. 3-2 on the way. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. So that'll be a 1-out walk. Second free pass allowed by LeBlanc tonight. So they'll bring up Jacob Newman. A couple of close pitches on the outside corner. The home plate umpire and Alex Shoemaker was signaling that the pitches were outside to Alex Miklos in the first base dugout. LeBlanc, a lot of arm side run on that fastball. Runs off the plate right there, and that's what happened on that last pitch. Looked to be an inch or 2 off. So that brings up Jacob Newman. First pitch, swing and a miss. Runner goes. McDonald throw to second. It's going to be in time. Is heading back to first as Cordis. The throw back from the second baseman, and Schaefer is in time to retire Cordis at first base. McDonald fired a strike to Schaefer at second. Cordis seeing that, knowing he got a bad jump as well, stopped in his tracks midway between first and second. Schaefer with a lot of poise threw to Brewer at first base, who applied the tag for out number 2. So Cordis caught stealing. 2 away now as that eliminates the walk. Here comes Jacob Newman to the plate now. So the next pitch is on its way. It's a fastball upstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. LeBlanc turns and tosses. Next pitch is a breaking ball that floats over the inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So what looked like could have been a lengthier inning with the walk could be a very quick one as LeBlanc delivers the 1-2 on the way. Swinging a chopper, softly hit up the middle. Shortstop Cooper picks up with his glove, steps across, throws to first base. That's in time to retire Jacob Newman, as that will retire the side. Good inning for Dalton LeBlanc as he faces the minimum here in the second inning. We're heading to the bottom half of the second, tied at 1 here at Corbett Field, as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley SaberDogs Radio Network.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive SaberDogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV SaberDogs and use the hashtag ScoDogs. This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive SaberDogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV SaberDogs and use the hashtag ScoDogs. This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram.
SaberDogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the SaberDogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley SaberDogs. Don't forget to come rock in your...
Welcome back to Corbett Field. Bottom half of the second inning, tied at 1 apiece. So there'll be Borwedge out for his second inning of work. Here will be tasked with 6, 7, and 8 here in the SaberDogs lineup. Chase Keaton, the right fielder, will lead it off. The SaberDogs brought 1 run around to score back in the first inning after Cooper got caught in a rundown on a potential stolen base attempt that allowed Schwabe to score from third base. The throw then down to the second baseman Reinhardt got away from him, which allowed Cooper to reach second safely with the stolen base. Trappers picking up their 1 run on the home run from Caden Cardoso. Lefty on right as Borwedge comes from the line, third base side. His first pitch is swung on and missed. Big rip from Keaton for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, the count. Good inning for Dalton LeBlanc at the top of the second. Faced the minimum. Was able to erase a 1-out walk on Raiden Cortez's caught stealing attempt towards second base. A 2-4-3 put out on that one. So the 0-1 is on the inside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes now. So it's going to be tough for Borwedge tonight here. He's going to have to limit the Expedition League leading offense here this evening. A team that scored plenty of runs against this Trappers ball club the last 2 nights as the 0-2 is swung on its skied out to left center field. This one's got some late carrying on it. Williams ranging back towards the track. He can't make the catch as he slams into the wall. Keaton rounding second. He's heading for third. The throw on a couple of hops is off the third base line. Now gets away and rolls back towards the third base dugout. But Keaton will hold at third base with a stand-up triple. Quite an emphatic way to start off this bottom half of the second inning. It looks like Williams had this ball in his tracks, but the wind took it, and this ball had a ton of late carry on it. Again, Williams was ranging straight towards left center field, then had to quickly change directions and head straight back towards the wall. Tried to reach out and make the grab, but he could not as he crashed into the wall, hit off the base of the wall. And Keaton's runs well, was able to get into third base standing up. So he's now 90 feet away, representing the go-ahead run. It's going to be Jaden Schaefer now here to come to the plate. 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. A couple nights ago in the 17th in his last start, hitting .289 with 9 RBIs. First pitch on the way is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Against Canyon County in that series was 2 for 5 with a couple of runs batted in. As his Murray State teammate Chase Keaton takes his lead from third. The 0-1 is swung on and softly to the right side. Reinhardt to his left, picks it up, throws to first base. That's in time to retire Schaefer. But coming around to score on the play will be Chase Keaton. So 10th RBI of the year for Schaefer. So that's going to give the Sabre Dogs a 2-1 lead, their first lead of the night. So the Murray State combo able to generate a run right there, a triple, and then a ground ball to the second baseman with the infield back. Here comes Lance McDonald to the plate, the switch hitter. For the first time this year, we'll see him from the right side. Hitting .231 with an RBI. Last game against Sioux Falls with 1 for 3 about a week ago. As the first pitch is on its way, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. McDonald, the only switch hitter on this ball club, asked him earlier in the year which side he feels more comfortable in. Says he's about even with both. Hit a couple of home runs this year at Lake Michigan College. The next pitch is swung on and chopped down the third base side and foul for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Hit one from the right side and left side over there as well. As he's quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes here. Borredge from the third base side of the rubber. Holds the glove in front of his face. Kicks and fires. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Breaking ball down out of the zone. McDonald went after it. Strikeout number 2 on the night here for Borredge, and out number 2 here in the bottom of the second inning, is that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter and Reese Anderson to the plate. Anderson did not play yesterday, and his last game was 1 for 6. This will be his first appearance in this series as well, hitting .207 with an RBI this year. In center field tonight, used to seeing him over in right field. So the first pitch is on its way. Breaking ball misses inside. That's going to get the front foot of Reese Anderson, it looked like right there, as he'll take first base on the hit by pitch. So Anderson will reach first base here with 2 aways. That's going to bring up Caden Schwabe to the plate. Again, a breaking ball that was running towards the feet of Anderson. He tried to scoot out of the way. Okay, it scraped either the back or front foot. Reacted immediately to it as he tossed his bat to the first base dugout. So good speed at first base here with 2 away. It's going to bring up Caden Schwabe to the plate here. Led off the ball game with a walk over in the first inning. Came around to score on the first and third pickoff play. Lefty on left here. Borredge from the stretch. First pitch is a fastball upstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 runs on a hit. No errors for the Sabre Dogs. First hit of this ball game for Souris Valley was that Chase Keaton triple. Eventually coming around to score on the ground out to second base off the bat is Schaefer. Due up in the top of the third inning for the Trappers will be 9-1-2 Williams, Cardoso, and Skelton. 1-0. There goes the runner. Pitch inside. Gets away from the catcher strong. Rolls towards the first base dugout, and that is going to stay in play. Heading for third is going to be Anderson. He'll get in there standing up. So he is now 90 feet away here. 2 balls, no strikes to count with 2 away. And yet another instance where Sabre Dogs base runners have been able to take multiple bags on a wild pitch. Again, a pitch inside. They could call this a pass ball as the catcher strong had to reach across his body to get it, but it was still over the plate. Went off the edge of his glove. Looked like it trickled off the home plate umpire, Alex Shoemaker, as well. It almost rolled into that first base dugout, which would have allowed Anderson to move to third, but he was able to get there either way. Borredge from the line. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 away. Here's the pitch on the way to Schwabe. Breaking ball misses down away ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Justin Cooper looming on deck. Then it will be Bo Brewer. 2-1 Sabre Dogs. 1 run in each of the first 2 frames so far. 3 balls, no strikes. Borwedge comes set from the wide, kicks and fires. The 3-0 is down low, ball 4. So another walk here to Schwabe. He has been able to pick up 3 passes left and right in this entire series, as there will be runners at the corners now here with 2 outs for Justin Cooper. But before that, we're going to see him meeting at the mound here with head coach Montario May. Looks like a right-hander is warming up for the Trappers currently. Again, with runners on first and third and 2 outs, we'll see if the SaberDogs try to pull any base running plays off. Again, we saw that with Cooper and Schwabe back in the first inning. Now you have Schwabe at first base, Anderson at third, and Cooper at the plate. They may try to do it again here. And again, even though there's 2 outs, if Schwabe were to run, all he would need to do is stay in a rundown long enough for Anderson to score before he's tagged out for that run to count. Meanwhile, Cooper at the plate could look for a base knock right here. Drove in a run yesterday, going 2 for 3. Stole the base back in the first inning, as we mentioned here. Up in the 2 spot here tonight as he digs into the right-hander's batter's box. Lefty on right. 46th pitch of the night coming up here for Borwedge. He quickly comes set at the belt, going from the stretch. First pitch on the way is a fastball over the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Wind continuing to blow out towards left center field quite hard. Again, likely aided the triple to left center off the bat of Chase Keaton. Borwedge leans in for the sign here, nods his head in agreement with his catcher and strong, and comes set once again. Long hold this time as he kicks, fires. 0-1 is a fastball that just misses a bit outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Game 3 of this 3-game series between the Trappers and the SaberDogs. First time that these 2 teams have met this year. The Trappers will be back here at Corbett Field in just about a week or so when the SaberDogs return from their road trip from Nebraska. 1-1 pitch on the way from the slide step, misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now. This is an 8-day homestand for the SaberDogs. Couple of days off, 6 games in between. And they are looking to win all 6 of them right here as they've currently won the first 5, having come in winning 5 in a row. Swept the Spuds in 3. Could do the same here with the Trappers tonight. There's a move over to first base. Goes off the glove of the first baseman Cardoso. Coming to the plate now and standing up and stopping on home plate safely is Reese Anderson as the SaberDogs take a 3-1 lead. So base running, able to manufacture runs here in the bottom of the second inning. Take advantage of some mistakes as well, as it was an errant pickoff throw from the pitcher, and Borwedge will likely be ruled an E1 as it faded arm side to the first baseman Cardoso, who reached out to grab it, went off his glove, rolled to his right and behind him. And running with his head up was Anderson, who came in to score standing up. So 3-1 now, Schwabe at first base. As there he goes, pitch on the ways inside, throw down to second from Strong on a hop tag applied, not in time. Stolen base for Caden Schwabe. There's his first of the night. He now has 25 on the year and inserts himself in the scoring position here with 2 away. So with 2 outs, he'll be going on contact here. A base hit likely scores him from second base, if Cooper can reach the outfield right here. Arms left to right, Osborne, Williams, and Newman. Borwedge leans it for the side, comes set from the third base side. Lipson fires, the 3-1 on the way, misses up and away for ball 4. So another walk. It's going to be the second of the inning. That's going to bring up Bo Brewer to the plate now. But before that, we're going to see the second mound meeting of the inning. Going to be head coach Montario May coming out. And he's going to go to the bullpen right here and bring in a right-hander to face the ever-so-daunting Bo Brewer. 2 runs already in here in the top of the third inning. SaberDogs looking for more as runners will be on first and second with 2 outs for Brewer when we come back. Bottom half of the second inning, first and second, 2 outs. Bo Brewer up to the plate. It's the first pitch is a strike at the knees, 0-1. New pitcher on the mound here for the Trappers. Parker Lewis out in relief of Borwedge, going from a southpaw to a right-hander. This will be his 5th outing of the year. Has allowed 6 runs through 4 2/3 of an innings work, 4 strikeouts to 4 walks. This will be his 2nd appearance in this series. Pitched yesterday as well. So the next pitch is on its way. Breaking ball misses down, away ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a scoreless inning yesterday against the Sabre Dogs. Set down the side in order. So look to pick that up here and continue it tonight. Again, just an out away from getting out of this jam. 2 runs already in here in the bottom of the second inning. The Souris Valley leads at 3-1. We're with the 7th batter to the plate in this frame as the 1-1 is buried in the dirt. Heading for third is Schwabe. Quite a jump as he'll get in there standing up. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Now a good dirt ball read from Schwabe. Didn't look like he took off on the first motion from Lewis, the right-hander. Read that ball was heading for the dirt. Took off about halfway to its delivery to the plate. Was able to get in standing up. So Cooper at first now. First and third, 2 away. Good speed on every base as Brewer digs back in. Brewer lined out to second. Was robbed of a hit of an RBI. On a nice leaping play by Reinhardt at second as there goes the runner again. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. Pitcher Lewis ranging to his right will make way to the third baseman Perez, who will camp underneath it to make the grab to end the inning. But the Sabre Dogs pick up 2 more runs here in the bottom of the second inning, lead for the first time tonight, 3-1. Make sure to stay tuned as we'll have Colin Hannigan in the booth when we come back for the top of the third. 3-1 Sabre Dogs, your score live from Corbett Field.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, top half of the third inning. 3-1 Sabre Dogs, your score. LeBlanc out for his third inning of work. Richie Williams, the center fielder, lead it off. First pitch is up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. We're joined by catcher for the Sabre Dogs, Colin Hannigan, getting the day off today, getting the rest of legs. Colin, how's it going today?
It's going pretty well. It's nice to have a second day off and to be able to really come up fresh as we head out to this road trip to Hastings.
Absolutely. 1-1 pitch, swing to miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, you've caught Dalton LeBlanc before. We talked about it on this broadcast, his quick pace. Is that fun for you behind the plate? You know, getting the ball back and then immediately getting back and giving him the sign as the next pitch is up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Absolutely it is. I mean, Dalton also is able to back up his pace, so it's fun to just get going and be able to work through innings and be able to get quick innings out on the field to get back and get our bats hot.
Next pitch, down low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. How is it watching from the booth? Usually you're behind the play. You get a nice view up here, though, back behind the grandstands.
It's nice. It's definitely a lot different view. You can really see the whole field up here, so it's unique. It's a lot of fun. I like it.
Next pitch up and away, 4 ball 4, so that'll be a leadoff walk to Williams. Third walk allowed tonight by LeBlanc, so that'll be a leadoff base runner here for the Trappers. Now, the reason we brought you up here, Colin, was to talk about Father's Day. You know, obviously Father's Day here at Corbett Field. You guys are wearing the baby blues for it, just perfect. Tell me about your father and the impact he's had for you, you know, playing baseball growing up, and obviously now you're a college baseball player at Rice University here in North Dakota for playing in the Expedition League with the Sabre Dogs. What kind of impact has he had on you?
Absolutely. He's had a huge impact on my baseball career. Ever since I was young, he's always been willing to take me to the cages, take me hitting. He didn't play baseball a lot when he was young. He was mostly a tennis player, but whenever we started getting really serious, getting into middle school and high school, he did his research and really just figured out how to play and was one of my major hitting coaches and defensive coaches coming into high school and helped me develop into the player I am today.
0-1 pitch, swinging a line drive into center. Anderson will plant on a hop. Now gets away from him. Is heading to third base. Will be Richie Williams. So a base hit for Caden Cardoso. He's now 2 for 2 tonight. As the Trappers are threatening here in the top of the third inning. First and third, nobody out. Now you mentioned obviously when you got into middle school and high school, you guys started to ramp it up a little bit. Do you have a favorite memory playing baseball with your dad or going to a baseball game? I know you're an Astros fan. Going to Minute Maid Park maybe. Anything that jumps out to you?
One of my favorite road trips, or one of my favorite memories, was actually a road trip we took sophomore, junior year of high school. We played over in Joplin, Missouri, and I'm from Houston, so it was a long trek out there. And my dad and I took about a 10-hour drive from Houston. That was just a lot of fun, and we played Joplin High School, which is right near where Mickey Mantle grew up, so we got to visit his house, and it was just a really fun memory and just precious memory that I can live with forever.
For sure, and right on cue, a 6-4-3 double play induced by LeBlanc. A run comes around the score. That's Williams, so it's 3-2 Sabre Dogs. 6-4-3 double play does erase Cardoso at first base, so that's 2 quick outs here. Thought we were going to have a long inning right here. It might be quick. It's a 3-2 lead. Now, so you mentioned a long road trip, obviously, playing with your dad growing up. Is there a favorite moment going to a baseball game with him before?
Oh, there's plenty, but the most recent one that I can remember is we went to an Astros game, and we sat out in the right center field, down on field level. So it was just a really cool experience, and it was a little bit hot because the bowl kind of sucked up all the heat, but it was still a blast. And I mean, there's countless memories of me going to baseball games. We went to TD Ameritrade together back when I was really young. Yeah, so it was a blast. He's always just been a part of my baseball career.
Swinging a line drive right at the second baseman in Schaefer, who makes the catch head high. Is that will retire the side? That was quick. Can we bring you back for the bottom of the third inning?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Colin Hannigan will be back for the bottom of the third. Trappers pick up one more run here in the top of the third inning. 3-2 Sabre Dogs, your score as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with Dollar Dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, Dollar Hot Dogs on June 29th. Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life. In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life. In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends.
Bottom half of the third inning, 3-2 Sabre Dogs, your scores. We're live from Corbett Field, game 3 of this 3-game set between the Trappers and the Sabre Dogs. New arm on the mound here for the Trappers, third of the night. In relief of Lewis will be right-hander Nick McCullum, out for his 5th outing of the year. This will be his first relief appearance. 1-1 record with a 3.91 ERA. 28 strikeouts and 20 2/3 of an innings work. Does have 21 walks as well. Last outing was against the Fremont Moot. Picked up the loss, went 5 innings, allowed 4 runs, just 2 of them earned. 6 hits to 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. We'll get Steven Moretto to lead it off here. We once again have Colin Hannigan, catcher for the Sabre Dogs, in the booth here for this half inning as the first pitch is swung on and lined into right center field. This one will get down for a base hit. Right fielder and Newman will cut it off. Heading for second is Moretto. The throw back in is not going to be in time as it's cut off by the second baseman and Reinhardt. A double for Steven Moretto as he continues to mash in his Sabre Dogs week debut, a leadoff double here in the bottom of the third inning. How about Steven Moretto, Colin?
Oh, he's a blast. He's been great ever since he came on a little bit late, but he's a character of the day out and obviously a great player on the field and a solid glove at third. So he's a great addition for the Dogs.
How about that home run yesterday? That was an impressive shot.
That was an impressive shot. It was great to really get it early, and it was an absolute bomb out to left field. So he definitely brings a lot of energy in many ways to the team.
First pitch to Drew Miller's down low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Now, we talked about it in between innings. Do you want to give a shot at the play-by-play here with Drew Miller up?
Yeah, let's try it out.
All right, I'll give you my defense sheet here, so if you need this, you got this.
1-0 count to Miller. And the second pitch is check swung and a strike on the check swing to Miller. 1-1 count.
What do we think? Do you think he went on that one?
I do not think he did on that one, but
a little biased, but it's all right. It's all right.
Slightly biased here, but but Alex behind the plate, he's been solid. So
that's right. You caught with him
I've
on Friday.
Multiple times. And the 1-1 is hit directly back to the pitcher and caught Steve between second and third in a pickle, and Steve is tagged out at third, but Miller advances around first into second.
That's a tough play for your play-by-play debut right there. Okay, that's a tough one. You handled that one very well. Get a tough one. A comebacker right back to the pitcher. Moretto was caught in a rundown. The pitcher then ran him over to the third base and doing a good job right there, making sure he could stay in that rundown so Miller could get back to second base. And really, we're in the same spot as we were before, just with one out. You're a big base runner. I always say you got a savvy base runner mind when you're on the base paths. Where do you think that's come from? Just growing up, playing high school baseball with good coaching or watching a lot of baseball? Where do you think that's developed?
It's definitely been a mix. I always try to say I have an aggressive style of baseball. I mean, I'm not the fastest runner. I like to say I'm average or right around there. So I try to just utilize my aggression in order to make up for a little bit of the lack of advanced speed.
For sure. Breaking ball over the middle of the plate for strike one to Keaton. 0 for 1. Keaton 1 for 1, tripled back to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Came around the score on the Schaefer ground out. McCollum from the stretch. 0-1 is swung on and tapped straight back and foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count now. So you were obviously with the Sabre Dogs back in 2020. A much different look here in 2021. Just a handful of returners here. You, Justin Cooper, Declan Buckle, who was here for a cup of coffee last year, Alan Greer. How has the team been this year? What's different, but what's also been a positive here moving forward between last year's team and this year's team?
I really like this team. One thing I really notice is our hitting lineup is a danger throughout. I mean, we don't necessarily have enough power or haven't shown it as much as last year, but we're still averaging above 10 runs a game. So we're just able to put the ball in play in great situational hitting in order to get runners across and get runners across the plate. So our bats are just absolutely ruthless against the pitching that we've been facing.
McCollum from the stretch, the 1-2 swing and a foul tip into the glove of Strong, held on for strike 3. First strikeout of the night for McCollum, out number 2 here in the bottom of the third inning. Now, obviously you came here for your first year in Souris Valley last year. What made you want to come back?
I just love it here. I mean, it's a long way from home, which kind of stinks because I'm not able to see my parents as much. But it's great baseball, a great fan base. I've loved my host family that I've stayed with, and it's just a great experience to get a lot of playing time. There are leagues down south that I could play in, but just not as many games, not the high-level competition that you'll see here.
First pitch from McCollum to Jaden Schaefer is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And playing time has been big for you early on here, getting a lot of opportunities to catch as you did last year. I remember a string last year. I think it was like 6 or 7 games in a row where you caught. I don't know if that'll happen this year, but
I don't think so. No,
are you ready for it, though? Could you do it again?
Oh, I'd be ready for it for sure. I might have to whip out the ice baths a little bit more. I definitely had utilized that a lot last year, but no, we have a great staff with Lance and Justice here, so and hopefully we'll not have to do that again. I mean, I'm ready for it, but I don't foresee that happening.
Next pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. McCollum comes set from the stretch. The 0-2 is a strike over the middle of the plate for strike three. Is that will retire the side. Back-to-back Ks for McCollum, one swinging, one looking as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. The SaberDogs strand a lead-off double. 3-2 your score. Once again, Colin Hannigan. Colin, thank you so much for coming into the booth today. We'll have you back soon. We'll have you back soon.
Thank you so much.
Heading to the top of the fourth, 3-2 SaberDogs. Your score as you're listening to Exhibition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley SaberDogs Radio Network.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today. SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today. SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK.
This is Colin Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley SaberDogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco to keep you on the road. Come see our showroom with our large inventory selection at 101 3rd Street Southeast, Minot, or call 701-839-2886. This is Colin Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley SaberDogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your...
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. Zero fatalities, zero excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the
Top half of the fourth inning, 3-2 SaberDogs your score. Third through this one here, 3-4-5 to up for the Trappers against Dalton LeBlanc as the first pitch is outside ball one.
You're the batter.
1 ball, no strikes. It'll be Reinhardt, Strong, and Perez here as the next pitch is upstairs ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Reinhardt struck out swinging back in the first inning. That was after a good bounce back from LeBlanc after giving up the leadoff home run. Struck out the next 2 batters he faced, was able to get out of the rest of the inning unscathed. So the 2-0 pitch is on its way, swinging a ground ball cued off the end of the bat down the first base line and foul for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. So once again, we had Colin Hannigan up in the booth here for the third inning. We'll have Alan Greer coming up in the 6th inning as well, a fan favorite, of course. As LeBlanc turns and tosses the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reinhardt well out in front of that one. 2 runs on 2 hits, an error for the Trappers. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Souris Valley. LeBlanc from the wide, set third base side of the rubber again. Is 2-2 on the way, swing and a foul off the catcher and McDonald. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No one up in either pen. Again, LeBlanc looking like he could get through at least the lineup one more time, if not more. For the Trappers, McCollum coming into the ball game looked very good after giving up the leadoff double to Moretto. 2-2 on the way, swinging a foul off the glove of McDonald again. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reinhardt just able to get a piece of that one. So the SaberDogs lead was by 2 heading into the top of the third inning, but after a run in that third inning given up by LeBlanc, their lead is now 1 as the next pitch is down low, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Reinhardt steps out of the box, now steps back in, taking some time here as LeBlanc from the wide turns and tosses the payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. Count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes here. SaberDogs picked 2 up in the bottom of the second inning. Thanks to some base running breaks, an errant pickoff attempt from the pitcher at the time in Borwedge. So the 3-2 is on its way. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of McDonald that he holds on to for strike 3. As that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the fourth inning. Strikeout number 3 of the night for LeBlanc, as that brings up Nicholas Strong to the plate. LeBlanc turns and tosses. His pitch on the way is swung on and missed for strike one. No balls, one strike. Make that Brendan Perez at the plate. Strong led off the inning striking out as the next pitch is a strike at the knees. No balls, two strikes. LeBlanc shakes once, now nods. Here's his 0-2 pitch on the way. Misses down away, ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Time now called as Perez will step out. He popped out to the catcher, McDonald, which ended up ending the first inning. It was a nice play by McDonald, ranging towards the first base dugout. Had a late jump on it. Didn't look like he picked it up immediately. Again, always a tough play as well. A weird angle. So the 1-2 is swung on and smacked deep to left field. Schwabe will just give this one a courtesy look as this one is gone. Home run for Brendan Perez, his first of the year, as that ties the ball game up at 3 apiece here in the top of the 4th inning. A mammoth drive out to left field, and there was no question about this one. The second home run allowed by LeBlanc on the night comes with 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning. RBI number 4 on the year for Perez as well, as that brings up Bennett Osborne to the plate. Osborne 0 for 1, lined out to left field back in the 2nd inning. So look to keep this line moving here for the Trappers. Again, done a good job fighting back in this ballgame after losing their lead in the 2nd. 1 run in each of the 3rd of the 4th to tie it up as there's an emergency hack swinging a late ground ball down the first base line and foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. LeBlanc still working fast here as the wind continues to blow out towards left center. Very hard as time is now called. They got to get that ball from the first base line here. Kanan Morrow jogging out to pick it up. Now the right fielder and Chase Keaton heading over into foul territory as well. Again, just don't want to leave it out there as a tripping hazard. If a fly ball were to go in that direction, would not want Keaton to potentially slip on it. So no balls, 1 strike to count, 1 run in on the Brendan Perez home run. An impressive drive out to left field. We've seen a lot of home runs in that direction in this series. It's the 0-1 from LeBlanc. Misses down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. For the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be 8-9-1. Lance McDonald, Reese Anderson, and Caden Schwabe due up. 55th pitch of the night coming up for LeBlanc. 3rd base side of the hill. Turns and tosses the pitch on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice play by Austin Hammerly in the first base dugout. We've seen some Gold Glove quality plays by Sabre Dogs bench members in the dugouts. That one hit off the back facing of the netting behind home plate. Ricocheted right into the hands of Austin Hammerly. 1-2 pitch on the way from LeBlanc is down low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So LeBlanc opened up the inning with the strikeout to Nicholas Strong and allowing the home run to Perez. Here we are, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's set, 3rd base side. Wind has calmed down a lot now as the 2-2 is on its way. Swinging a pop-up first base side of the infield. Brewer taking a couple steps in, now ranging to his right. It's off the heel of his glove as it rolls towards the 3rd base side. It's going to be an E3 on Bo Brewer, and the wind probably took this one. Again, Brewer had a late jump to it, took a step back, looked as if he had had it played perfectly as he camped underneath it, then started to drift towards the 2nd base bag and onto the cut of the infield grass, then went full sprint behind the pitcher's mound, tried to backhand it, went off the heel of his glove. So a tough break. That would have been out number 2. At first base now is Osborne. So they'll bring up Braden Cordes to the plate now. First pitch from LeBlanc is a fastball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Wind continues to blow out hard now. Looked to have calmed for a second as the flag in straightaway center was still. But now it's completely flat in the direction of left center. 1-0 from LeBlanc on the way. Swing and a foul straight back, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sabre Dogs have turned 1 double play tonight. That was the 6-4-3 twin killer back in the 3rd inning. LeBlanc from the stretch, 3rd base side, count even at 1 now. Osborne takes his lead from first. The pitch, swinging a line drive, slicing foul and out of play down the right field line. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another large crowd on hand tonight here at Corbett Field. Starting to clap their hands here with 2 strikes. I don't think I've seen the home plate grandstands this packed this year before. As LeBlanc kicks and fires, the 1-2 on the way. Fastball misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Aggressive secondary from Osborne at first base. We'll see if McDonald wants to test him over there at first with a potential snap throw. LeBlanc from the stretch. Lifts, fires. The 2-2 on the way. Misses inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes as the count runs full. LeBlanc has walked 2 batters tonight. And that was Cordes in the second, Williams in the third. Osborne takes his lead from first, a healthy one. Here's the 3-2 from LeBlanc. It misses down and in for ball 4, so a walk to Cordes, third walk of the night, and third in as many innings. Excuse me, make that 4th of the night. He's walked 1 batter in every inning this evening. As that'll bring up Jacob Newman to the plate, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to shortstop. So big spot for the Trappers as they look to take the lead for the first time since leaving the top of the first inning here after that leadoff home run from Cardoso. SaberDogs led after the second. Trappers able to tie it up here in the top of the 4th. Now first and second, 1 away here for Newman, the right fielder. First pitch buried in the dirt, smothered by the catcher and McDonald for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Newman 0 for 2 back on June 17th in his last ball game against the Sunfish. Hitting a .184 with no homers and 8 RBIs. Gets his sign from his third base coach as he digs back into the box here. Again, Osborne takes his lead from second, Cordes from first base. LeBlanc from the stretch. Lifts and delivers the 1-0 pitch on the way. He's a fastball upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. LeBlanc, glove tucked into his stomach as he leans it for the sign. He comes set. Lefty on right. 2-0 as a breaking ball in the dirt gets away from the catcher and McDonald. Heading to third base, standing up goes Osborne. Cordes right behind him in the second. That'll be a wild pitch as the count now moves to 3 balls and no strikes here on Jacob Newman. It's like Jaden Beck sprinting out towards the bullpen down the right field line. Colin Hannigan, who we just had in the booth now, going over to catch a bullpen here for Jaden Beck and potentially warm him up to come into this game. 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 4, so back-to-back walks here allowed by LeBlanc. That's his 5th of the night, as that's going to load the bases here with 1 away for Richie Williams, the center fielder. Here's going to come Michael Newstrom, one of the assistant coaches here on the SaberDogs Ball Club, to have a conversation with LeBlanc here. And again, there will be a force at all bags. Double play certainly in order here with 1 out. LeBlanc's going to have to be careful. Good news is the 9-hole hitter up in Williams, who's hitting a .118 with an RBI so far this year. For the Trappers, this is a tremendous spot. Again, having lost 9 in a row, just looking to salvage a game in this series and a game on this road trip. Could head home happy with a big victory here tonight against one of the best teams in the Expedition League. Entire infield meeting with McDonald, Newstrom, and LeBlanc on the mound. They all return to their positions. Newstrom back to the dugout. Top of the order on deck in Caden Cardoso. Williams, the 8th man to the plate in this inning here for Pierre. 3-3 ball game. Top of the 4th inning. Bases loaded, 1 away. Infield will play back, force at all pillows. As LeBlanc will now go in from the windup. His first pitch on the way is a fastball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield about straight up. Center fielder and Anderson ranging a couple steps towards left center. Is LeBlanc from the third base side. Long hold this time, turns and tosses. The delivery on the way is a fastball over the middle of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. LeBlanc could get out of this jam unscathed, particularly with a ground ball double play. That would be huge for Souris Valley, keeping this game tied heading to the bottom of the 4th with extra momentum. 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul straight back. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That foul ball is brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center.
Wind continues to gust out towards left center. We've seen it play a pivotal role tonight. LeBlanc from the wind. Twists and tosses. The 1-2 on the way. Fastball misses up and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This Trappers dugout very loud right now, of course, cheering on their teammate and Williams at the plate, trying to generate as much energy as they can to staff this 9-game losing skid. 2-2 from LeBlanc on the way. Swinging a fly ball out to right field. Coming in is Keaton. Now takes a step back. He's going to camp underneath it to make the catch. Coming around third to score is Osborne. As the throw goes back into second base. Heading to third goes Cordes as the Trappers take their second lead of the night. This time it's now 4-3 after 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. As that was a fly ball of medium depth. Again, Keaton took a couple steps in that had to readjust back, so he had to make the running over the shoulder grab. So there was no chance for him to throw out the runner and Osborne at the plate. With 2 outs now here for Caden Cardoso. It's going to take a base hit more than likely to score Cordes from third base. McDonald steps out in front of the plate, gives some first and third signs here just in case the Trappers try to steal. For Williams, that is RBI number 2 on the year, second in as many ball games, as the 8th man of the plate comes up in Cardoso, who's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. LeBlanc kicks and fires. First pitch is a fastball down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So 4-3 Trappers now. 3 runs in the last 2 frames for them. LeBlanc leans it for the side. Ball dangling in his left hand. He now brings his glove and hand together and comes set. 1-0 pitch is inside. That's going to nick the jersey of Cardoso as McDonald still caught it. It's going to be a hit by pitch. First hit batter of the night for Dalton LeBlanc, because that'll load the bases once again and bring up the 9th batter of the frame in Tyler Skelton to the dish. Skelton 0 for 2 today, struck out swinging in the first, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play ball back in the 3rd inning. So if he puts a ball in the gap with every runner going on contact, we may see a lot of action and a big, big lead here for the Trappers. LeBlanc trying to avoid that as he delivers the first pitch on the way. Swinging a line drive right up the box in the center field, 4-base hit. Cordes will score, Newman right behind him. The throw from the center fielder and Anderson will go to the shortstop and Cooper. A 2-run single for Tyler Skelton as the Trappers take a 6-3 lead here in the top of the 4th inning on 4 runs scored and counting. A hard comebacker right back at the head of LeBlanc. Good news is it did not hit him, but was ticketed for center field with 2 outs. Every runner was going on contact, so 2 runs were able to score. Cardoso waltzes into second base. So 10th batter of the plate, or 9th batter of the plate in this frame, Brock Reinhardt. Lefty on left. First pitch from LeBlanc is on the inside corner, is inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Reinhardt 0 for 2 tonight, ended the 3rd inning. Up here with runners on first and second here in the 4th. LeBlanc from the stretch. Kicks, fires. The 1-0 delivery on the way is buried in the dirt. Blocked by McDonald for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So for Skelton, he's now in double digits in the RBI column. RBI's numbers 9 and 10 on the year. Came into tonight hitting .365. LeBlanc from the stretch. 2-0 is a fastball perfectly placed on the outside corner, knee high for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now. Long looking for LeBlanc. He's set. 4 runs in this frame for Pierre. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Foul tip held on by the catcher, McDonald. Counting that moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes here. 2 up for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be 8-9-1. Lance McDonald will lead it off. LeBlanc trying to pass the baton to him as the 2-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. Number 4 of the night for LeBlanc, but a big, big frame here for the Trappers as they bring around 4 runs to score here in the top of the 4th inning. They now lead by 3 as 6-3 is your score. We're heading to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Sabre Dogs looking to chip away. It'll be Lance McDonald, the catcher, to lead it off when we come back. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle...
I was only buzzed. I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it. Just a joint. It was just 1 or 2. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver. And no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
I was only buzzed. I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it. Just a joint. It was just 1 or 2. I don't know.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, 6-3 Trappers your score after they bring around 4 runs to score in the top of the fourth. It's going to be switch hitting Lance McDonald to lead it off here against McCollin. McDonald 0 for 1 tonight, struck out swinging back in the second inning. That was against the starter and Borwedge, a lefty, so McDonald will switch to the left side of the plate with a righty on the mound now. It's the first pitch is a fastball that runs outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. McDonald came into tonight hitting .231 with an RBI. As McCollin turns and tosses, the 1-0 delivery is a fastball just below the knees, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. It'll be McDonald, Anderson, and Schwabe here as the SaberDogs look to climb back into this one. Trailing by 3. McCollum turns and tosses, the 2 on the way. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Home plate umpire Alex Shoemaker saying that McDonald went on that check swing. So he'll be back in the box here, still ahead 2-1 here as McCollin from the first base side of the rubber now. Twists and tosses, the 2-1 delivery on the way. Breaking ball bites the outside edge for strike 2. Count now moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes here on McDonald. Infield playing him straight up, outfield as well. The 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball misses up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Close spot from McCollum. Tried that backdoor pitch one more time. McCollum working on a quick pace here as he turns and tosses the payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Foul tip held on by the catcher and Strong for out number 1. Strikeout number 3 on the night for McCollum. He's now retired the last 3 batters he faced via strikes. As that it opens up the bottom half of the fourth inning. So here comes Reese Anderson to the plate now. He has yet to record an official at-bat. Was hit by a pitch on a breaking ball that scraped his shoe tops in the second inning. Came around the score as well. So the first pitch is on its way. Fastball up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 6 runs on 4 hits and error for Pierre. 3 runs on 2 hits and error for Souris Valley. McCollum from the line, the 1-0. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Third baseman and Perez playing in even with the bag at third base. Shortstop and second baseman straight up. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a pop at first base side, foul territory. Cardoso ranging towards the track. It's going to fly out of play off the netting. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Caden Schwabe, top of the order on deck here for the SaberDogs. Schwabe has reached base a couple of times tonight. Has been able to cause havoc on the base paths to bring around runs to score. Here's the 1-2 one more time. It's a breaking ball that misses up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Two pitch on the way from Anderson. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A sweeping breaking ball from McCollum. He has been fantastic tonight in relief. 4 straight strikeouts as that's 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring up the top of the order. Collum, one of the better pitchers on this ball club. Again, the plan was to open up with Borwedge, who couldn't get out of that second inning. So then they brought in Lewis to retire the final batter. And then McCollum opened up the third inning, gave up a double, but then was able to set down the remainder of the bats in order and struck out the last 4 batters he's retired. There's the pitch on the way here to Caden Schwabe. He's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. McCollum's 1-0, swinging a ground ball to short. Ranging to his left is Cordes, picks it up on a hop, swings it over to first base. That's in time to retire Schwabe for out number 3. Fantastic inning of work for McCollum as he sets down the SaberDogs 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We're just about halfway through this one here at Corbett Field as we head to the top of the 5th. 6-3 SaberDogs, 6-3 Trappers make that your score.
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it. Just a joint. It was just 1 or 2. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver. And no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it. Just a joint. It was just 1 or 2. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver. And no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. Zero fatalities, zero excuses. Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. Zero fatalities, zero excuses. Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. Zero fatalities, zero excuses. Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. Zero fatalities, zero excuses. Seatbelts are the
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings. Vest up for some laser tag.
Top half over the fifth inning, 5-3 Sabre Dogs your score. Apologies, a little bit of a miscommunication with the scoring here at the ballpark. 5-3, Trappers your score. As Jaden Beck will come in relief here for Dalton LeBlanc. This is going to be his first inning of work tonight. Has been great this year, 1-0 record with 5 outings, 2.63 ERA. He's going to get Nicholas Strong to lead it off. First pitch is outside with a breaking ball, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Beck, his last outing was against these Trappers back on Friday evening when an inning and 2/3. Allowed no runs on a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. As he comes set from the first base side, delivers the 1-0 pitch. It misses upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Beck has been a bulk reliever this season for Alex Miklos. Again, his last outing was his shortest, in fact, an inning and 2/3. 4 innings against Sioux Falls on the 13th, 3 against Sioux Falls on the 11th, 3 against Spearfish on the 4th. So the 2-0 is on its way. Misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. And through 13 and 2/3 of an inning's work, he's only allowed 4 runs. The 16 strikeouts in that span as well is very good. Good command, has only walked 5 batters. A whip of 1.39. 3-0 pitch on the way is a fastball over the middle third of the plate for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nicholas Strong, Brendan Perez, Bennett Osborne due up here in this top half of the fifth inning. 5-3 Trappers your score. So the 3-1 pitch is swung on its ear on the ground to short, back into by Cooper, bobbles, recovers, tosses across to first base on a hop. It's not going to be in time as Nicholas Strong will beat it out. Likely will be ruled an E6 on Justin Cooper. A hard ground ball to his right. Tried to pick it on an in-between hop to his backhanded side. Looked like it maybe went off the heel of his glove and popped out. Rolled right in front of him, was able to pick it up quickly. Couldn't get too much on it as he threw off his heels as Strong beat it out. So it'll bring up Brendan Perez to the plate now. Perez 1 for 2, popped out to the catcher and McDonald back in the first inning. Homered back in the fourth. 1 of 4 runs to come, make that 1 of 3 runs to come around to score in that frame. As the first pitch on the way is down away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In that inning, Sabre Dogs came in with a 3-2 lead. Perez hit the homer to make it 3-3. Richie Williams drove in a run with a sac fly to make it 4-3. And Skelton drove in a run with a single to make it 5-3. Next pitch, up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. So a hitter's count here for Perez. Gonna have to be mighty careful with him. That home run was his first on the year, picked up RBI number 4 as Beck comes set from the stretch. Kicks, fires the 2-0, swinging a pop-up off the fist. Second baseman and Schaefer takes a couple steps back, camps underneath it to make the catch for out number 1. So good bounce back here after leadoff base runner reaching. That'll bring up Bennett Osborne to the plate. Osborne 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on an E3 by the first baseman and Brewer back in the 4th inning. As Beck digs his right foot into the rubber here and leans it for the sign. A ground ball double play from getting out of this inning. Sabre Dogs turn 2 back in the 3rd. 6-4-3 double play as he comes set from the stretch. Delivers his pitch. Breaking ball down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Now wind continues to blow out towards left center. We've seen it mess around on the defensive side of things a lot. Brewer, the pop-up back at the 4th inning where he initially looked to, had it played perfectly, had to range then 45 feet to his right and dropped it. The triple to Keaton, in which the center fielder and Williams misread as the next pitch is outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And then, of course, the home runs we've seen tonight. We've seen 2 for the Sabre Dogs, 1 from Caden Cardoso, the other from Brendan Perez. Both blowing out deep to left field. as Beck is set from the stretch. He delivers the 2-0. It's a breaking ball down the way, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Braden Court is on deck. Then it'll be Jacob Newman. Isbeck digs into the right, digs his right foot into the first base side of the rubber. Sixth inning almost on its way here as Beck comes set from the stretch. 3-0 pitch on the way is a fastball for a strike over the middle of the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike to count here at Corbett Field. Shadows creeping in from right center with a 5:35 start time. We may not see them here tonight. Again, just about halfway through this one, about 7:04 local time. So if it were a normal weekday, we'd be starting right now. So the 3-1 pitch is on its way. It misses inside for ball 4, so Osborne will take the walk. Going to be first and second here with 1 away. First walk allowed by Beck in this ballgame, the 6th combined from the SaberDogs pitching staff. So that brings up Cordes to the plate. He's yet to record an official at-bat. 2 walks, was caught stealing back in the second inning. It was a perfect throw down to second base from Lance McDonald, the catcher. The shortstop and Cooper then ran Cordes back to the first base bag and threw him out at first base as the pitch is on its way. It's a fastball that misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. For the SaberDogs in the bottom of the 5th inning, looking again to chip away. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Cooper, Brewer, and Moretto. Beck from the first base side leans in for the side. Glove in front of his face, comes set at the belt. Here's his 1-0 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball right up the box in the center field for a base hit. Strong getting the wave around third. Here's the throw of the play from Anderson. Make that to third on a hop. Tag applied by Moretto is going to be not in time as the runner on third base. And Perez overslid the bag. He's now racing for the plate. Throw to McDonald is in time for out number 2. What a wild play. Again, 1 run scores. That was strong from second base. Then Osborne was racing to third base. Anderson made the throw to third and looked to be in time, but the runner in Osborne overslid the bag at third base, and the third baseman in Moretto had him in his pocket as he then ran him to home plate and threw to McDonald, the catcher, who applied the tag for out number 2. So a run scores on that play. It is now 6-3 Trappers here in the top of the 5th inning. First hit for Cordes of the night, RBI number 4 on the year. Again, being thrown at the plate is Osborne. Moving to second on the play goes Cordes. So that brings up Jacob Newman to the plate. Pitch on the way is a fastball over the middle of the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. 17th pitch of the inning coming up here for Beck. Looking to limit the damage to 1 here. He's set, first base side. Runner on second, 2 away. The 0-1 swing and a miss out in front of a breaking ball for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Beck looking for his first strikeout of the night right here. LeBlanc picked up 4 of them. All 4 were swinging. Again, allowing 5 runs through 4 innings of work. Beck from the stretch. Slide step delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A sweeping breaking ball retires the side as that sends us to the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-3 Trappers, your scores. We're halfway through this one at Corbett Field.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Seatbelts are the most
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings. vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got fun for everyone.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, bottom half of the 5th inning. Justin Cooper to lead it off here. So the first pitch is on its way, misses inside ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. McCollum coming out for his second inning of work here. First full inning was the last frame. As he kicks and fires, the 1-0 pitch on the way to Cooper is a fastball that misses inside ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Now our apologies, another scoring update. It's actually 7-3 now. Again, some confusion here in the broadcast booth. We were talking with the Trappers broadcaster, our official scores. We figured it out. 7-3 ball game now after that 1 run in the top of the 5th inning. So the next pitch is down the way with a fastball for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So the SaberDogs trail by 4 here. As McCollum winds and tosses, the 3-0 pitch on the way is a fastball that is on the inside corner, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike as Cooper tossed his bat towards the first base dugout, took a couple steps towards first base. So 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Hitters count here for Cooper now. On deck to be Bo Brewer, then Steven Moretto to follow. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. It's down and away for ball 4, so that'll be a walk to Justin Cooper to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. So Bo Brewer will come to the plate now. Good start here for the SaberDogs with the middle of their lineup coming up. Brewer still looking to extend his hitting streak now. Again, has picked up a hit in each of the first 22 games here for the SaberDogs this season. Has reached base in the first 22 as well, of course, so a walk could extend that streak. Of course, he's looking for the base hit as the first pitch is a breaking ball, down the way ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. For McCollum, he's looked fantastic so far, has 4 strikeouts in his 2 frames of work. This Brewer's going to dig back into the right-hander's batter's box here. Cooper takes his lead from first base. McCollum leads it for the side from the third base side. Long hold, kicks, fires the 1-0. Buried in the dirt, gets away from the catcher strong, rolls towards the first base dugout. Justin Cooper will sprint into second base standing up, so he's in scoring position here with nobody out. The good news is it's a hitter's count for Brewer. 2 balls, no strikes. He'll likely get a good pitch to hit right here. For McCollum, walks have not been an issue tonight so far. Besides the one to Cooper to open up the frame, he has not surrendered one. But he's fallen behind Brewer here 2-0. So we'll see if the command starts to labor a bit here. Getting over 30 pitches. There's a swing and a soft ground ball up the middle. Cordes Ranger to his left. He can't get it. Base hit center field. Here comes Cooper. The throw to the plate, no, is cut off by the second baseman Reinhardt. Cooper will score standing up. An RBI single for Bo Brewer as that makes it a 7-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Brewer. That is RBI number 34. And he officially extends his hitting streak to 23 games. He's picked up a hit in each of the first 23 contests this season. Man, oh man, has he been impressive. So a 3-run deficit now, still nobody out. Good speed at first base in Bo Brewer as that brings up Steven Moretto to the plate. Moretto doubled back in the third, would be stranded. As the first pitch is swung on and hit high in the air out to fairly deep left center field. Williams ranging to his right, Osborne to his left. It's Williams who makes the sliding catch in the gap for out number 1. And again, the wind playing a role right there, continued to hook away from the center fielder Williams, who ran a marathon into the gap out there, made the sliding catch at about head height to Rob Moretto. What would have been an extra base hit and potentially an RBI if that got past him. So 1 out now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up Drew Miller to the plate. Miller 0 for 2, struck out looking in the first, grounded into a 1-6-3 putout back in the 3rd inning, again on a fielder's choice play. That retired Moretto as the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. After Miller, it'll be Chase Keaton, then Jaden Schaefer. Here again, 1 run in already on the RBI single from Bo Brewer. 3-run deficit here. McCollum, first sign of pressure we've seen him in tonight. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and sliced down the left field line and foul to play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No one currently up in the SaberDogs pen. Jaden Beck likely will get the 6th inning as well. For the Trappers, no one up in their bullpen additionally. For McCollum, a guy who can go deep in the ball games, has gone at least 5 innings in his first 4 starts, so likely he's going to get an opportunity to at least get through the 7th or 8th as the next pitch is a 3-quarter hack and a swing and a miss for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Miller was fooled on that pitch. So McCollum looking to reset right here. Inning started with the walk to Cooper, the RBI single from Brewer make that, and a fly out to center from Moretto. McCollum from the stretch. The 1-2, swinging a chopper to the right side. Reinhardt picks it up. Will toss over to first base to retire Miller for out number 2. On the play, moving to second, goes Brewer. 4-3 put out as that brings up Chase Keaton to the plate here with 2 outs. Keaton 1 for 2, tripled back in the second inning, struck out swinging in the third. Again, 7 for Trappers, your score. That triple for Keaton was a big one. Put him at third base with nobody out in the second inning. He would score on the ground out to second base off the bat of Jaden Schaefer for his 10th run batted in of the year. McCollum from the stretch. Steps off, looks Brewer back to second base here. Brewer, good speed at second base, has 12 stolen bases this year. Will be going on contact here with 2 outs. So the SaberDogs get that run back that they gave up in the top of the 5th inning. As McCollum leaves it for the side again, ball twirling behind his back, glove tucked into his chest. Keaton digs back in. He's set. Kicks, fires, pitch on the way. He's a fastball that sizzles across the inside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Wind now blowing in a little bit from right center. Again, we've seen that jet stream out to the gap in left center here tonight. Helped out Keaton with his triple earlier. Looking to put a ball in the gap one more time. McCollum leans it for the side. He comes set at the head height. Kicks, fires, 0-1 pitch is a fastball down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Do it for the Trappers when we head to what will be the top of the 6th inning. It'll be 9-1-2, Richie Williams, Caden Cardoso, and Tyler Skelton. McCollum peers it for the side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keaton waves his bat back and forth and lifts it above his right shoulder. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball that bends in on the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. McCollum peers it for the side one more time. 5 runs in the last 2 frames for the Trappers, 1 for the SaberDogs here. 6 in the last 3 for Pierre additionally, as they lead by 3. McCollum from the stretch. 1-2 on the way. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. Home plate umpire Alex Shoemaker says that Keaton went around. The catcher in strong will block it and apply the tag on Keaton to retire the side. But the SaberDogs sent 5 men to the plate, bring around 1 more run to score on the RBI single from Bo Brewer. Running to the top half of the 6th. 7-4 Trappers, your score.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05. SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05. SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Top half of the 6th inning, 7-4 Trappers your score. Jaden Beck out for his 2nd inning of work. Faced 5 batters back in the 5th inning. He's going to get Richie Williams to lead it off as the first pitch is over the middle of the plate for strike 1, 0-1. Williams, this will be, if he puts it in play, will be his first official at-bat, is walked and drove in a run with a sac fly to right back in the 4th inning. Beck from the stretch, 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Wind blowing in hard again from right center field out to left. Twirling here at Corbett Field as the train passes beyond the fence. 1-2 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball down the first base line and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The count remains. Williams, a pitch on a breaking ball running away from him just through the end of the bat at it, was able to put it in play and hit a soft chopper down the first base line. Still no action in either pen so far. Beck just at 20 pitches here. in the top of the 6th inning. 7-4 Trappers, your score. Back from the stretch. 0-2 pitch on the way is a breaking ball down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caden Cardoso, the leadoff hitter on deck. Then Tyler Skelton. As Beck comes set from the first base side. Low 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 4 strike, 3 on a ball in the dirt. McDonald picks it cleanly and applies the tag on Williams for out number 1. Strikeout number 2 on the night here for Beck. Back-to-back hitters retired via strikes. As that brings up Caden Cardoso to the plate. Cardoso, 2 for 2, a homer in the first, a single in the third, was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. So he's reached base all 3 times. He's been very productive here at the top of the lineup. That homer, his 2nd of the season, and it was an impressive shot off the facing of the light pole out in left field. Infield shifting, Cardoso to the pole. Shortstop Cooper ranging up the middle. Third baseman Moreno well off the left of the third base bag as the first pitch is a big swing and a miss on strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Good breaking ball from Beck. So he's looking to bounce back here after a difficult 5th inning as he digs his right foot in the rubber from the first base side. Cardoso digs back in as well. Wide open stand from left side. Former Sabre Dog from last year. As the 0-1 is swung on and chopped down the first base line and foul for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. A lot of kids on hand once again today. Father's Day, of course. Nothing better than baseball on Father's Day here on a nice June evening. Very warm out today. Not overly hot tonight. Again, we've had some nights where it's up towards 90, 95 around this time of the day. It's about 80 degrees or so around first pitch. It seemed to have cooled off a little bit as well. Wind has been blowing hard, so it's a little bit chillier than usual. The 0-2 is swung on and rolled over to the right side. Second baseman Schaefer fields it on a knee. Steps up, throws to first base. That's in time to retire Cardoso for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning. That brings up Tyler Skelton to the plate. Skelton 1 for 3, struck out swinging in the first inning. Grounded to a 6-4-3 twin killer in the third. Drove in 2 with a single back in the 4th inning. Skelton the DH tonight. One of the leading hitters on this ball club, came in hitting .365 with no homers, 8 RBIs. That 2-run single gives him RBIs number 9 and 10 on the year. Back from the stretch. His first pitch on the way is down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield straight up, infield as well. 27th pitch of the ball game coming up here for Beck in relief of Dalton LeBlanc. But a tough go of it, gave up 6 runs through 4 innings. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball, running away, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. On deck's going to be Brock Reinhardt, then Nicholas Strong. Beck leads it for the sign again, glove covering his face here as he stares into his catcher and Lance McDonald. He comes set from the first base side. Lips and tosses the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a roll over to third base. Moreno picks it up on a hop, shuffles his feet, and tosses across to first base. That's in time to retire Skelton and retire the side as well. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Jaden Beck as he sets down the Trappers in order here in the 6th inning. Right into the bottom of the 6th. 7-4 Trappers, your score as you're listening to Exhibition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown. Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown. Start planning your...
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, 7-4 Trappers. Jaden Schaefer, the left-handed hitter, will lead it off here, playing second base tonight. He's 0 for 2, drove in a run back to the 2nd inning with a ground ball to second that brought around Keaton from third to score. He'll lead it off here against McCollin. As the first pitch is on its way. Fastball misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 7, 8, and 9 due up here for the Dogs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Schaefer, McDonald, and Anderson. Here's the 1-0 from McCollin. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like there is a little bit of action in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. Michael Newstrom talking to someone down here stretching. Hard to tell who it is. It's the 2-0 pitch is a fastball that misses up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. And again, the Sabre Dogs just trailing by 3 here. They absolutely are capable of coming back. As McCollin turns and tosses, the 3-0 pitch on the way. It's a fastball down the way for ball 4. So Schaefer will take the walk. That opens up this 6th inning. Second walk allowed by McCollin tonight. So they'll bring up Lance McDonald, the catcher, looking for his first hit of the evening. He struck out in back-to-back plate appearances here, one from the right side, the other from the left. The third baseman, Perez, playing in front of the bag at third, expecting a potential bunt play. Middle infielders ranging up the middle in double play depth. McCollin from the stretch. First pitch is a weak 3/4 hack, swing and a miss, strike 1 on a breaking ball in the dirt. No balls, 1 strike. Looked like McDonald was fooled on that pitch a bit. Schaefer, good speed at first base. 7-4 Trappers, bottom of the 6th inning as McDonald steps back in. Straight up stance from the left side. Here's the 0-1 from McCollin. It's a backdoor breaking ball that bites the outside corner. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Perfect spot for McCollin. And the Trappers have been challenging McDonald with that pitch a lot, trying to bite that outside corner with that curveball. One he's swinging from the left side. Schaefer takes his lead. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way is a fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Right-hander is warming up in the Sabre Dogs bullpen deep down the right field line right now. No one currently up in the Trappers pen. Again, looks like the plan is to ride McCollin for as deep as they can tonight. Here's the 1-2 to McDonald. It's a breaking ball that backs up and misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful afternoon for baseball here. Late evening ball game tonight. Sunday night baseball, in fact. Gotta love it. Sabre Dogs wearing their Columbia blue tops, Columbia blue bottoms. Perfect for Father's Day. So McDonald digs back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way is down and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So a quality at-bat here from McDonald, who's worked this to a full count. Trying to put the cherry on top and keep this line going here as Reese Anderson looms on deck. McCollin from the stretch. Kicks, fires. The payoff pitch on the way is a fastball outside for ball 4. Nice at-bat for Lance McDonald. They're falling behind with 2 strikes, able to lay off some close pitches to draw the walk. Back-to-back free passes allowed for McCollin to open up this bottom of the 6th inning. Second and third walks on the night. First and second, nobody out here for Reese Anderson. And all of a sudden, the tying runs come to the plate. We got nobody out. And the top of the order is also looming on deck. So fantastic, fantastic opportunity here for the Sabre Dogs to climb back into this one. A very strange ball game. Seeing a lot of unique ways to score on some unique base running. You could call them mistakes or you could call them breaks from the defense. As the first pitch is on its way, Anderson shows bunt, gets it down the third base line. Going to check up it as the catcher and Strong fields it. His throw to first is not in time. No, excuse me, he is out. And everybody in the first base dugout is not happy with the second base umpire and Chad Williams. Here comes Alex Miklos to talk, and you got to imagine he's at least going to ask for a check with Alex Shoemaker, the home plate umpire. Miklos livid, pointing his finger at the second base umpire and Williams, who points it right back at him. Miklos continues to shout at him as he walks back to the third base coaching box. And again, a very close play at first base. It initially looked like Anderson had beaten it out by plenty, as Alex Miklos has been thrown out of this ball game, and he's coming for round 2, sprinting right back to Williams in between third and second base. His face right in front of Williams as he points his finger towards the ground. Again, Miklos had walked back to the third base coaching box, must have said something else that went too far as Williams tossed him. Again, a close play at first base would have set up a bases loaded, nobody out situation for the top of the order, and Caden Schwabe on deck. Now the home plate umpire and Alex Shoemaker is going to interrupt the conversation between Williams and bring Miklos back to the first base dugout, who is still livid, still arguing with Williams as he walks back to the first base dugout as the home plate umpire and Shoemaker is walking him back to the first base dugout. Alex Miklos will have to spend the rest of this game in his office. Again, a close bunt play at first base. Anderson, who runs well, almost beat it out. It won't be an official at-bat for him as it was a sacrifice bunt. 2-3 put out. As Williams still talking to Alex Shoemaker. Long conversation. Again, this is a mighty, mighty important call, given the fact that Anderson represented the tying run. You have the top of the order coming up now in Caden Schwabe, and with nobody out, would have been a great opportunity to at least chip away and set yourself up in a spot to take the lead. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't still do it. Second and third, one out. Schaefer at third base, McDonald at first. It's going to be the tandem of Benton Schweinfurth and Michael Newstrom now managing the helm for the Sabre Dogs, as Alex Miklos once again has been tossed from this ball game. Third baseman Perez playing even with the bag at third base. Middle infielders and the first baseman Cardoso playing back with Schwabe at the plate. He's 0 for 1, 2 walks, a stolen base, and a ground out. Third base coach now Benton Schweinfurth. So there's a pitch on the way. Fastball is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Newstrom now taking over at first base here. Justin Cooper looming on deck. Second and third, one away. McCollum turns and tosses the 1-0 pitch. Misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Schwabe was 3 for 5 yesterday, looking for his first hit of the night. Not a better time. And again, hopefully the fired up passion of Alex Miklos can spark some momentum in the Sabre Dogs direction right here. McCollum turns and tosses. The 2-0 on the way is a fastball that misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, the count. So after Schwabe, as we mentioned, it'll be Justin Cooper, then Bo Brewer here. Schwabe likely taking all the way with the bag open, also representing the tying run. McCollum from the wide. His 3-0 pitch is down and away for ball 4, so there'll be a walk to Schwabe. Third walk of the inning for McCollum as he continues to labor with his command. The bases are now loaded, as that'll bring up Justin Cooper to the plate. We're going to see a meeting at the mound now here between one of the members of the Trappers coaching staff and McCollum. And again, things have started to weave away here for McCollum. And we mentioned coming into this inning had been very good. Had struck out 4 batters. Got into some trouble in the 5th. Did allow a run to score, but was able to get out of it, allowing just that 1 run. And here we are in the 6th. No runs have scored yet, but the bases are loaded with 1 out. And you have a threatening part of this Sabre Dogs lineup coming up in Justin Cooper, Bo Brewer, and Steven Moretto. And Benton Schweinfurth having a conversation with Cooper down the third base line right here, arm around his right shoulder. They now separate as Cooper will head back to the right-hander's batter's box. So here comes Cooper, a fan favorite, a chance to send, or I should say, make the fans go crazy right here. You have Schwabe at first base, McDonald at second, Schaefer at third, McCollum from the wind, first base side of the rubber, glove in front of his face. Going from the windup, but the base is filled. His first pitch on the way is a fastball inside that's going to hit Cooper on the front shoulder as he'll take first base. That forces in a run to score. Here comes Schaefer trotting home from third base. He'll tap home plate. It's now a 2-run deficit, 7-5 Trappers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. RBI for Cooper is second as many nights, third on the season, as that brings up Bo Brewer. And here we go, folks. The tying run at second base. The win, make that go-ahead run at first base. And the best hitter in this lineup in Bo Brewer at the plate. McCollum from the wind. First pitch is on the inside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And this is a tough spot for McCollum. Double play still in order with 1 out. Forces it all bases. Great speed on the base paths. 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher and Strong. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. McDonald at third. Schwabe at second. Cooper at first base. If Brewer can punch one into the gap right here, Sabre Dogs easily tie this game, if not take the lead. McCollum from the wind. Low 1-1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up, slicing out a play down the right field line. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brewer extended his inning streak to 23 games back with an RBI single to score Justin Cooper just an inning ago in the 5th inning. McCollum already set on the first base side of the mound as he holds the glove in front of his face. Brewer taking his time, pounds his chest as he digs back into the box, swinging his black-stained bat back and forth, now lifting it above his right shoulder. 1-2 pitch on the way, in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher and Strong. So that'll be ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strong working very hard back there tonight. Haven't seen too many pitches to the backstop. Did see a pass ball earlier. So count even at 2 here on Brewer. Fans getting into it here at Corbett Field. Lively crowd tonight. 7-5 Trappers. Bases loaded, 1 away. 2-2 from McCullen on the way. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 3. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So McCullen continuing to struggle with his command. 3 walks in this inning, a hit by pitch. Nowhere to put Brewer. Has to make a quality pitch. Again, do not want to make a mistake to a hitter of this caliber. As Brewer now calls time, steps out, holds the bat between his armpit, readjusts his batting gloves here. Again, taking control of the pace of this ball game. As McCollum becomes set on the first base side, the rubber. Brewer digs back in. Bases loaded, 1 away. Trappers lead by 2. Payoff pitch on the way, swinging a hard ground ball off the glove of the third baseman. Perez rolls in front of him. Everybody's going to be safe, as coming around to score is Lance McDonald. 1-run ball game. Now it's 7-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brewer hit this on the button. A top-spinning one-hopper to the third baseman Perez, who tried to pick it, went off the heel of his glove, hopped up in the air. Everybody moved up a bag. Likely going to rule that an RBI single for Brewer. RBI number 35 on the year, 2nd of the night. And the bases remain loaded. The tying run 90 feet away. The go-ahead run at second base in Cooper. And some much-needed insurance at first in Brewer. Here's Steven Moretto, a hot hitter. First pitch on the way, misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Moretto, 1 for 3 tonight, doubled back in the 3rd inning, was eliminated on the 1-6-3 fielder's choice off the bat of Drew Miller. Here's the 1-0 on the way. Swing and miss. Went after a breaking ball in the dirt for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moretto has driven in plenty of runs in his small sample size this season. In fact, 7 RBIs over the entirety of this week. 4 RBIs yesterday, including a 3-run home run. Just needs a fly ball of any depth to score a Speedy Schwabe from third base. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball at the top of the strike zone. Moretto went after it. Just a little bit late. Brewer takes his lead from first. Cooper from second. Schwabe from third. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-6 Trappers your score. McCullen from the windup, first base side. Turns, lifts, and fires. The 1-2 on the way. Misses down low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 71st pitch of the game. Coming up for McCullen, has had to throw a ton of pitches in this inning, and really a much different look for him here through the second time through this Sabre Dogs lineup. Corners halfway. Middle back. The 2-2. Fastball runs inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back-to-back consecutive 3-ball, 2-strike counts. Here with 1 out. And again, as we said with Brewer, you have nowhere to put Moretto, but you don't want to leave a ball over the plate because he can make this a 3-run lead in a heartbeat. McCollum from the wind. The payoff pitch on the way is a fastball inside for ball 4. That will tie the ball game up as that forces Caden Schwabe in from third base. Another walk. That's the 4th of the inning allowed by McCullen as we are knotted at 7-7 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Sabre Dogs are not done yet. Here comes Drew Miller, the 8th man to the plate in this frame. And he's looking to get off the schneid. 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a fielder's choice ground out, and a ground out to the second baseman, Reinhardt. Your base runners now. Moretto at first, Brewer at second, Cooper at third base. 7-7. Big secondary from Cooper as he sprints down the third base line. It's down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Not quite sure if Cooper was planning on going. Again, with the bases loaded, McCollum going from the windup, maybe a slower delivery, maybe trying to get a good jump, or just getting ahead as he's right in front of his face. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And that probably what it is Cooper, knowing that he's in the peripheral vision of McCollum, maybe trying to throw him off, going full sprint for about 10, 15 feet. Now McCollum steps off as, again, Cooper was sprinting. McCollum obviously has Cooper on his mind as the 2-0 pitch is on its way to Miller. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Third baseman Perez about even with the bag. First baseman Cardoso playing behind Moretto at first base. 2-1 the count. Here's the delivery on the way. Swinging a chopper right side. Cardoso plays on the hop. He's going to go to the plate for the force. There's an out there. That's all they'll get. As Strong will put it in his pocket. So Cooper retired at home plate. That's going to be a 3-2 fielder's choice. as the bases will remain loaded. No runs score with 2 away here. So Miller at first now, Moretto at second, and Brewer at third. And a big, big spot here for Chase Keaton. Keaton, the 9th man to the plate in this inning, a late addition to the lineup, in fact. 1 for 3 tonight, a triple and a run scored, has also struck out swinging twice. McCollin from the windup, forces all bags, now infield gets to play back with 2 outs, increasing their range. First pitch, it's a fastball over the middle third of the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. What a ball game we've seen tonight. Back and forth tug-of-war affair here, very similar to what we saw with the Spuds earlier this week. As the 0-1 pitch is on its way, breaking ball at the knees on the outside corner, strike 2, and Keaton quickly falls behind at no balls and 2 strikes here. Base runners ready to go. They'll be going on contact. 7-7, bottom of the 6th. McCollum from the wind. Kicks, fires. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. A big rip from Keaton. As the count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Keaton's college teammate Jaden Schaefer looming on deck, who led off the inning with the walk. And again, remember how important that bunt play was where Anderson was ruled out on a very close play at first. Now with 2 outs here. Fly ball doesn't score a run. Imagine if Anderson's safe at first, this inning keeps going. Maybe a chance to take the lead as the 0-2 is swung on and sliced down the right field side and foul. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Sabre Dogs dugout very much into it. Everybody on the top of the dugout railing right now. They're looking for a big, big knock from their right fielder here tonight. Brewer at third, Moretto at second base, Miller at first. The 0-2 one more time, buried in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, and strong, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind has calmed down a lot here, softly blowing in from straightaway center, compared to blowing out towards left center like we saw earlier. McCollin from the wind. Fans getting into it, clapping their hands. The 1-2 pitch on the way, swinging a high fly ball out to deep left field. Osborne raging back, turning and looking. This one's gone! A grand slam for Chase Keaton, and the Sabre Dogs break open the floodgates. It's 11-7 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That was a moonshot as it scraped the light pole in deep left field. Chase Keaton met by every single one of his teammates at home plate as he's coming up with the biggest hit of his Sabre Dogs career. Man, oh man, what a shot. What an inning. 7-run frame. It's 11-7 Souris Valley. My goodness, how about that? After a long at-bat in which he fell behind 0-2, launched that ball way out of here. My goodness, Chase Keaton. And we're still going. Here's Jaden Schaefer. First pitch on the way, fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Schaefer walked to open up this frame. Came around to score the first run of the inning as he swings and fouls it straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I don't know what was more excited, the first base dugout or this crowd here at Corbett Field. As we mentioned, it is big here tonight. But that dugout was ready. The runner on third base, and Bo Brewer was waving it back and back and back as Osborne looked to maybe have a play on it for the first couple of steps. But that thing was quickly 100-plus feet over his head as the next pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big, big moment for the young man out of Murray State College as the home plate umpire, Alex Shoemaker, telling the Sabre Dogs to calm down a little bit. It looks like maybe some chirping going on from the first base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a chopper that hits the bat twice and rolls off the first base dugout. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So the Sabre Dogs came into this frame trailing by 3 runs. They bring around 7 runs to score and now lead at 11-7 with the blink of an eye. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And with all the fireworks early in the inning, with Alex Miklos' ejection and the close bunt play at first, it's got to be a sigh of relief for Miklos and the rest of the Sabre Dogs ball club after the grand slam from Keaton that's blown it open. 1-2 pitch, swinging a comebacker right back to the pitcher McCollin, who fields it on a hop, flips over to first base. That's in time to retire Keaton to retire the side. 1-3 put out ends it here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but the Sabre Dogs send 10 men to the plate, bring around 7 runs to score, highlighted by the grand slam from Chase Keaton. Sabre Dogs lead for the second time tonight. We head to the top of the 7th inning, 11-7 Souris Valley, your score.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life. In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life. In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal.
Top half of the 7th inning, and man, oh man, if you're just tuning in, you missed a lot. Bottom half of the 6th inning, Sabre Dogs score 7 runs. They now lead 11-7. Came into that inning trailing by 3. And after a lot of free passes allowed by McCullen, the Sabre Dogs look to at least tie the game, which they did 7-7. As the first pitch on the way from Aaron Suval, new pitcher in the game, is outside ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. But what put a wrinkle into that at the time was a sacrifice bunt off the bat of Reese Anderson on a close play at first base as the next pitch is swung on and fouled straight back for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson looked to have beaten it out initially, but the ruling on the field was out. Alex Miklos did not agree with the call, was livid with the second base umpire as the 1-1 is caught on a miss for strike 2. Electrifying fastball out of the right hand of Suval. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Then eventually would get ejected. Sabre Dogs were able to tie the game up at 7-7. Chase Keaton came up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So the 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Good start for Suval. Takes 4 pitches to retire his first hitter. Out number 1 and K number 1 on the night. So that brings up Nicholas Strong. But Keaton fell behind with 2 strikes quite quickly. Took the first 2 pitches, in fact. It was looking like it was going to be difficult for him to wiggle out of that situation, but he got a pitch that he launched out to deep left field. And we talked about Jordan Williams admiring his home run back on Friday night. Chase Keaton takes the cake with that one. And then Jordan Williams admired that one, and it looked very pretty. This is the first pitch on the way to Nicholas Strong, and swung on a miss for strike 1, 0-1. But Keaton was looking at his first base dugout, threw the bat high into the air as it twirled back towards the ground. As the 0-1 pitch is on its way, fastball misses outside ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Was screaming towards his dugout. The entire Sabre Dogs team came racing out of that dugout to greet him at home plate. So the 1-1 pitch is a fastball that misses down and in ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Keaton was incredibly fired up for obvious reasons. He just hit a mammoth grand slam in what was an inning where there were a lot of fireworks, both emotionally and offensively, of course. So the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he was in the middle of a pile of baby blue uniforms. Could not be found, but as soon as he squeaked out of the back of it, you could still see him screaming in excitement, incredibly fired up as there's a swing and a line shot right back at Suval as it goes off his glove and trickles into center field for a base hit. So it'll be a hit for Nicholas Strong, and for Suval, who throws harder than anyone on this ball club, probably supplying some extra pop up the bat of Strong, who barreled that one up and shot it right back at him. So 1 base runner here as that brings up Brendan Perez. Perez, 1 for 3 tonight, a pop out to the catcher, a home run in the 4th, popped out to the second baseman as well. Suval set from the first base side. Kicks, fires, pitch on the way, is swung on its sky down the right field line, slicing foul to play. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And for the Trappers, if they can't come back in this game, this is going to be absolutely devastating because they had a lead. They were doing a good job of limiting what is a very dominant offense. And they've come in losing 9 in a row. Do not want to get swept before they get home. As the 0-1 pitch is outside with the fastball ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. But the Sabre Dogs, so much resilience again, never out of a ball game, particularly early on as well. As Suval comes set from the stretch. Kicks, fires. The 1-1 delivery on the way is a fastball outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And again, still 3 innings to shut down here for Souris Valley as they lead by 4. This Trappers team obviously has shown they can swing it tonight here. They've taken some advantage of some free passes as well. As the 2-1 is on its way, swinging a foul straight back again. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see how deep they go with Suval tonight. His season high for innings pitched is 2. That came back on the 13th against Sioux Falls. Went an inning and a third in his last down against the Spuds, where he allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits and a walk. Make that no walks and 1 strikeout. He kicks and fires from the stretch. The 2-2 is a breaking ball that misses just a smidge outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Suval coming in relief of Jaden Beck, who tossed 2 innings of 1-run ball. Set down the Trappers 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th as well. As Suval kicks and fires, the payoff pitch on the way, swinging a high fly ball to deep left field. Schwabe just admiring this one as this one is way out of here. A 2-run home run for Brendan Perez. Have a night, young man. His 2nd long ball of the evening. The Trappers cut the deficit in half right out of the gate. It's now 11-9, Souris Valley here in the top of the 7th inning. Home run number 2 on the year. RBIs numbers 5 and 6. And we have a ball game. That one got out in a hurry as well. Schwabe almost didn't even turn around. Took a look up towards the left field wall, then dropped his head to the ground and turned around knowing it was way out of here. 11-9 now as that brings up Bennett Osborne to the plate. Osborne over to tonight, a line to left, reached on an error by the first baseman Brewer and walked in the 5th as the first pitch is swung on and flied into center. Anderson galloping to his left. Will camp underneath it to make the one-handed grab for out number 2. So 1 pitch, 1 out after the home run. As that's going to bring up Braden Cortez to the plate. Cortez, 1 for 1 today, 2 walks, was caught stealing, also drove in a run with a single back in the 5th inning. So Suval trying to limit the damage to 2 here. And the Trappers have 7 outs to work with now. 11-9 your score. It's now the 12th time through 23 games that the Sabre Dogs have scored 10 or more runs in a game, by the way. As the pitch on the way is a strike at the knees, 0-1. And I almost feel like it doesn't need to be said at this point because it's happening every other night. Almost every night it seems like Sabre Dogs are scoring 10+. So the 0-1 pitch is on its way, swinging a foul straight back, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. That is just how impressive it is. More than half of their games this year, they've encompassed 10 or more runs. A small lead, however, 11-9 as the 0-2 is on its way. Fastball sails upstairs, ball 1. Likely the purpose on that pitch, not trying to throw anything over the plate. With high spin fastball, Suval likes to live up at the neck area. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the count. Pitch on the way, swinging a pop-up slicing out of play down the right field line. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 9 runs on 7 hits in error for Pierre, 11 runs, 5 hits in error for Souris Valley. Suval from the wind. Turns, kicks, fires, the 1-2 one more time. Swing and a foul straight back. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. No one currently warming up in the Sabre Dogs pen. Looks like that might be Tyler Lubin warming up in the Trappers pen. I'm not quite sure. Again, looks like a submariner, and Lubin is one. Was a Sabre Dog last year, of course, part of the Minot State University baseball team. Suval from the first base side turns and tosses the 2-strike pitch one more time. Breaking ball, fouled off to the right side again. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Suval is so overpowering with that fastball. We saw 2 incredibly hard hit balls off of it. Strong the single to center, and of course the home run off the bat of Perez. So the 1-2 is chopped to the third base dugout and foul again. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's the only thing you got to be careful about. You can't make any mistakes, and you have to be able to change speeds well and keep hitters off balance. Because of course, if they're just looking fastball and they catch it out in front and barrel it up, that thing's coming off the bat like a rocket. Suval turns, tosses, a 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball down the way, smothered by McDonald as he ranges to his right and picks it on the backhand. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes here. 11-9, Sabre Dogs your score. 2 runs already in the frame from the home run from Perez. Pitch on the way, swinging a fly ball right field. Keaton ranges to his right. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch with 2 hands, as that will retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on for the Trappers here in the top of the 7th inning. Right into the bottom of the 7th, stretch time here at Corbett Field. Sabre Dogs lead it 11-9.
Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with dollar dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, dollar hot dogs on June 29th.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life. In times like these, it's good to know.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. Lance McDonald to lead it off. Once again off of McCollum. Out for another inning of work here in the bottom of the 7th. This is the first pitch. He's outside with a fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. McDonald walked back in that long bottom of the 6th inning. Came around the score as well. So the 1-0 pitch is on its way. Breaking ball bites the outside corner. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 11-9 Sabre Dogs lead. Highlighted by the grand slam from Chase Keaton. 1-1 pitch is just a bit inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. McDonald looking for his first hit of the night. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Looking to put the ball in play as well. McCollum from the line. Turns and tosses the 2-1 pitch on the way. Fastball on the outside corner. Perfect spot for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So McDonald's going to have to battle here. As he digs back in, straight up stance from the left side, the 2-2, swinging a soft chopper down the first base side and foul. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looked like maybe an off-speed pitch right there, running away from the left-hander. McDonald caught him out in front. Was able just to keep his weight back long enough to get a piece and spoil it foul. Here's the 2-2 one more time. Breaking ball misses up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. McDonald took a similar pitch to that, if I remember correctly, on a 2-2 count as well, then walked on the next pitch. Here's McCollum's wind. The 3-2 is a fastball that's just a bit outside for ball 4. Good eye from McDonald. Back-to-back quality ABs as that opens up the bottom of the 7th inning. So here comes Reese Anderson. He was in the middle of everything back in that crazy bottom of the 6th inning. Put a drag bunt down, or at least put a good bunt down. It was lined softly in front of the plate. When it hit the ground, it had some English on it, checked back towards the catcher and Strong. Catcher and Strong picked it up with his bare hand and spun and threw to first base. And it looked like Anderson was safe, but he was ruled out. So the first pitch is on its way. It's a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So he was called out, and that resulted in an Alex Miklos ejection. Anderson looking to pick up a base hit right here. He's 0 for 1 with that sac bunt, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout. McDonald takes his lead from first, has good speed. McCollum from the stretch. 0-1 swing and a foul straight back. Big rip from Anderson on that one. No balls, 2 strikes. McCollum approaching 100 pitches here. Again, coming in relief. The 3rd pitcher used tonight from the Trappers. Tried to go with the opener in Borwedge, who went an inning and 2/3. Lewis came out to eat up the final third of that inning. And they've gone with McCollum ever since the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swinging a chopper to third. Played in a long hop by Perez. Goes to second for 1. Reinhardt's throw over to first base. It's not going to be in time. It's off the glove of Cardoso. Rolls down to the foul territory. Anderson takes the turn for 2. Here's the throw from Cardoso. On line. Tag applied. Swim move from Anderson is not going to work as the tag is applied in time for out number 2. So that'll be a double play. Unorthodox double play. It's going to be 5-4-3-6. getting every infielder involved on that one. And again, Anderson picked up late that the ball went into foul territory off the glove of Cardoso, who tried to stretch hard. By the time he saw it, Cardoso was already sprinting for the track in foul territory, picked it up with his bare hand, and threw a strike to his shortstop, Cordes, who had the ball in plenty of time. Anderson tried the swim move to slide around it, but Cordes was able to apply the tag. Here's Schwabe with 2 away. First pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So again, a 4-5, 3-6 double play. It's the 0-1 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So it looked like what would have been a long inning here, especially after the bottom of the 6th, after the leadoff walk to McDonald, has turned into one that could be quite quick here in the bottom of the 7th. McCollin from the wind. The 0-2 is swung on and spoiled foul straight back. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. So 9 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Trappers. 11 runs, 5 hits, a couple errors for the Sabre Dogs here tonight. Lefty warming up in the pen, it looks like, for the Trappers here as McCollin holds the glove in front of his face, chest facing towards home plate. Turns and tosses the 0-2 is a breaking ball down low. Good take from Schwabe. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, that's a Father's Day gift, the Chase Keaton home run for Mr. Keaton. I'm sure he's happy about that one, as the 1-2 is down and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, could not have come at a better time. With all the blowouts, a grand slam could get lost and buried. But that one, a clutch one, tied at 7 late as the 0-2 is swung on a chop to the right side. Reinhardt charges, picks it up, tosses across to first base. That's in time to retire Schwabe and retire the side. 4-3 putout ends the 7th inning as McCollin faces the minimum make that. We're heading to the top half of the 8th inning. 6 outs left for the Trappers as they trail 11-9. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero. An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight.
Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pierre Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with dollar dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, dollar hot dogs on June 29th.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in.
Top half of the 8th inning, 11-9. Sabre Dogs, your score. It's going to be Aaron Suval out for his 2nd inning of work. Looking for a clean inning here after giving up the 2-run shot to Brendan Perez earlier on. Going to be a pinch hitter here for the Trappers to lead off the inning. First pitch on the way is swung on and popped off to the left side and foul. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike to count. It's going to be Eric Mast to pinch hit here. We've seen him in the latter 2 games of this series, manning in the outfield. I think 240, a homer, 10 RBIs this year. It's the 0-1 pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball that backs up and misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the series so far for Mast, he's 2 for 8 with 2 RBIs. OPS of 693 as Suval turns and tosses the 1-1 pitch on the way. Is swung on and missed for strike 2. Big rip from Mast. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll be pinch hitting for Jacob Newman, the right fielder, so you got to imagine Mast will just slide right into the right fielder's spot. Last couple of nights we've seen him in left field and center. So the 1-2 pitch is on its way. Fastball runs down and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 6 outs left for the Trappers here, down by 2. Certainly still in this ball game here. As the 2-2 pitch is on its way from Suval. Breaking ball, just a bit off the outside corner, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Trappers look to have had control of this ball game and lost it with a 7-run 6th. 3-2. Swing and a line drive foul off to the left side and out of play. Count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So once again, it'll be Benton Schweinfurth and Michael Newstrom at the top of the helm for the remainder of this ball game with the ejection of Alex Miklos. The first time we've seen him been tossed this year. As Suval turns, kicks, and fires. Here's his payoff pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball to third. Fielded on a hop by Moretto. Tricky hop as he spins and throws to first base. That's in time. Nice play by Steven Moretto to retire Mast for out number 1. Again, had to step back as this was a tricky hop. Almost skidded underneath his glove, but was able to field it cleanly to his forehand side, then spun and threw a strike to Brewer at first base. Made it look much easier than it would for many. Here's Richie Williams, the center fielder and 9-hole bat for the Trappers. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, sack, fly, and a strikeout. First pitch on the way is a fastball pinpointed on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Suval turns and tosses the 0-1. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Looks like a right-hander starting to warm up in the Sabre Dogs pen. Hard to tell who it is, but very likely going to get the 9th inning to try and close this thing out, assuming the Sabre Dogs keep their lead. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. For the Trappers, meanwhile, they have a right-hander warming up as well. I believe it's Tyler Lubin, former Sabre Dog from last year's Submariner. Whoever comes in for the bottom of the 8th as the next pitch is swung and chopped high off the ground to the right side. Second baseman Schaefer fields it on the tough hop. Throws to first base. That's in time to retire Speedy Williams for out number 2. Back-to-back ground ball outs here for Suval, as that brings up the top of the order and Kana Cardoso to the plate for the 4th time tonight. For the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 8th inning as they look to add on some insurance, it'll be 2, 3, and 4. Justin Cooper, Bo Brewer, and Steven Moretto. So with 2 outs in the infield back, Cardoso looking to reach base and send what would be the tying run to the plate, and Tyler Skelton on deck. Cardoso having a good night, 2 for 3, a homer in the first, an opposite field shot, a single in the third, grounded out to second, was also hit by a pitch in the 4th. So the first pitch is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Plenty of sunshine left here, just about 8:06 local time. Again, a 5:35 start time here on this Sunday evening as the 1-0 pitch is on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cloud coverage has come upon us here. Again, the sun was shining for the majority of this ball game, but overcast skies above now should actually help out hitters here as we're looming into the time of the day where the shadows might be crossing over the batter's circle and making things difficult to pick up. 1-1 is a backdoor breaking ball that just misses a couple inches outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 6th, 7 in the 1 in the 5th, make that 7 in the 6th for Souris Valley. 2-1. Fastball runs outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. For Suval tonight, he's picked up 1 strikeout. 2 of the 4 out, make the 2 of the 5 outs he recorded have been on the ground, other 2 in the air. As he turns and tosses, the 3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and away for ball 4, so that'll be a walk to Cardoso. The 4th time he's reached base tonight in 5 plate appearances. So that brings up Tyler Skelton to the plate with 2 away. He represents the tying run now. Skelton has picked up 1 hit tonight that came back in the 4th inning. Was a big one, a 2-run single that ended up extending the Trappers' lead to 3. As we're going to see a meeting at the plate between Monterio May, the coach for the Trappers, and Alex Shoemaker, the home plate umpire. Looks like we're going to see a pinch hitter here as Shoemaker pulls out his notebook and writes in the substitution. We haven't seen anyone emerge from the dugout just yet. Looks like this was a last-minute call right here, as it's going to be what I believe to be Joey Bramonti, and I think it is, and he's a big right-handed hitter that they'll have to be careful with. Again, the hitter due up in this 2 spot was Tyler Skelton, the DH, so Bramonti will not have to be brought back into the game. They will not have to worry about any defensive substitutions. As Bramante digs back into the box now for the first time since yesterday. First pitch on the way, it misses down the way. No, excuse me, make that a strike at the knees. 0-1. Looks like that is Sean Hickey warming up in the pen for the Sabre Dogs. Likely candidate to close out the game in the top of the ninth inning, assuming the Sabre Dogs hold their lead. Warmed up a bit yesterday. So the 0-1 pitch is cut on and missed for strike two. Late swing on an electric fastball from Suval's right hand. Count quickly jumps to no balls and 2 strikes. Tying run at the plate here. And Joey Bramante, the pinch hitter. Suval from the stretch. First base side of the rubber. Kicks, fires the 0-2. Fastball misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of pitches in the last inning and 2/3 here for Suval. Trying to punctuate his outing with a scoreless top of the 8th. He's set. Love at the chest height. His 1-2 on the way. Swinging a fly ball, slicing down the right field line and foul. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Fans starting to clap their hands here, standing behind their pitcher and Suval on the mound. He's set again. His 1-2 pitch one more time. Runner goes, pitch upstairs. McDonald will not make a throw as he had to leap high in the air just to retrieve that one. And by the time he landed on his feet, the runner in Cardoso was about 3/4 of the way to second base. So that'll be a stolen base for him. He's now in scoring position. Doesn't change much as Bramante still represents the tying run. Cardoso will be going on contact. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses down away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes now here with 2 outs. On deck, going to be Brock Reinhardt, the second baseman, 3-hole hitter. Nicholas Strong, the catcher, looming in the hole. Suval does have an open bag, but you can't imagine he wants to face the middle of this lineup with the tying run at first. Payoff pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Fist bump from McDonald as he heads back to the first base dugout. Huge strikeout for Aaron Suval as he retires the tying run at the plate here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 innings of 2-run ball for him as the Sabre Dogs hold on to their lead 11-9 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. They're looking for some insurance as when we come back, due up will be 2, 3, and 4. Cooper, Brewer, and Moretto as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag ScoDogs. This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag ScoDogs. This is Caden Schwabe.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today. Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today. Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today. Sabre Dog fans, be sure.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, bottom of the 8th inning. Sabre Dogs looking for some more runs on the board here as they lead by 2, 11-9. Going to be Joey Bramante taking the mound right here as Montario May will burn the DH after Bramante pinch hit for the initial designated hitter in Tyler Skelton. So the pitcher spot will have to hit for the remainder of this ball game, and again, if it's just Bramante for the remainder, should not be an issue. It's going to be Justin Cooper to lead it off. 2, 3, and 4 due up against him for Bramante. This will be his first outing of the year, and he'll be tasked with keeping this a 2-run deficit. The Trappers have an opportunity to at least tie this game in the top of the ninth, where they'll send up 3, 4, and 5 in their order: Reinhardt, Strong, and Perez. First pitch to Cooper is a fastball that misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Romani out of the University of Maine from North Andover, Massachusetts, standing at 6'5", 230 pounds, make that. So the next pitch is a fastball down, away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Cooper has had 4 plate appearances, has reached each time, has yet to record an official at-bat. 3 walks and a hit by pitch. 2-0 is a fastball at the knees, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. For the Trappers in the top half, the top half of the 8th inning, had the tying run come to the plate after it was Caden Cardoso reaching on a 2-out walk, advancing to second base, but they could not drive in at least 1 to make it a 1-run affair. Here's the 2-1 delivery on the way, swinging a chopper down the third base side and foul for strike 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander continues to warm down in the Souris Valley bullpen. Again, believe that is Sean Hickey down there, the big right-hander. Currently in the Sabre Dogs bullpen, make that the Trappers bullpen, a couple of arms stretching. No one throwing as the 2-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. A fastball up and out of the strike zone that Cooper went after. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Good start for Bramani. Picks up his first strikeout of the year. You gotta love it looking at our YouTube Live comment section. Alex Miklos fired up about the Chase Keaton grand slam a couple innings ago. You gotta love it. After getting ejected, of course, can't stay on the field. Don't know where he is, but good to see him watching and sticking with his ball club, as any coach should. Here's Bo Brewer to the plate now. He's picked up 2 hits, a single, back in the 5th. An RBI single in the 6th as well as the first pitch. Will be a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Bramani from the wind. Make that the stretch, kicks, fires. The 1-0 is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That single for Brewer back in the 6th was a top-spinning one-hopper that the third baseman Perez tried to pick. Looked like it maybe hit off the heel of his glove, rolled in front of him, which allowed every base runner to advance 1 base as the bases were loaded and a run scored. As the next pitch is a breaking ball down, away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. He also picked up an RBI single back in the 5th on a ground ball up the middle. So he's now extended his hitting streak to 3 games. Has 2 RBIs on the night, now 35 on the year. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Big rip from Brewer for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. 11-9, Souris Valley, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Quite a comeback here. Quite a late turn as well. Trappers had a big lead, but it still didn't feel like the Sabre Dogs were out of it. I mean, we know how prolific their offense is. As the 2-2 is swung on line right back off the pitcher, and Bramani is going to trickle behind him in the center field. Not sure if it got his glove or his head. The good news is he's standing on both feet and walking off the back of his mound. Gives a thumbs up to Bo Brewer at first base. Looks like it hit his glove, which is fantastic news. Again, a rocket right back at Bramani. Went off his glove. It was looking like it could have gone into the second baseman Reinhardt, but it was hit so hard, blistered so hard, that it probably would have gone through anyway. Redirected right back up the box over the second base bag. So going to be a single for Brewer, his 3rd hit of the night. And thank goodness Bramani is okay. So here comes Steven Moretto to the plate now. Has a hit. That was a double back in the 3rd. So the first pitch is on its way. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and in for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Drew Miller on deck here. Brewer, tremendous speed at first, has 12 stolen bags on the year. One of 4 players in double-digit stolen bags for Souris Valley this season. Bramani from the stretch again at the chest height. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a soft line drive in the left field. That's a base hit. Scampering into second base goes Bo Brewer. 2nd hit of the night for Moretto. 1st and 2nd, 1 away, and a good piece of hitting. Pitch on the outside corner that he got out in front. The shortstop and Cordes was ranging up the middle, and double play depth just served a top-spinning one-hopper through the left side of the infield through the 6 hole. So good RBI spot for Drew Miller here, who's looking for his first hit. Reached on a 3-2 fielder's choice with the bases loaded back in the 6th inning. So Moretto at first, Brewer at second. 2-run lead for Souris Valley, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Bramani from the first base side of the rubber comes set. Long lift as he fires the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Miller chased that one up and out of the zone. No balls, 1 strike to count. Fairly average length of this ball game here tonight. Start at 5:35, just about 8:19 local time. Romani comes set from the stretch. The 0-1 is swung on and popped up in the shallow center. Going out as the second baseman Reinhardt. Coming in as the center fielder Williams. It's the right fielder in Newman who lays out and makes the catch. Slides onto the outfield turf across the right edge of the Corbett Field logo emblem for out number 2. Nice play by Newman as this was hit into the triangle in right center field. Almost no man's land. The second baseman Reinhardt went out. The center fielder Williams came in. It was Newman coming at a harsh angle to make the diving catch for out number 2. So that robs Miller of a base hit. 2 away as Brewer retreats to second. Moretto to first base. Here comes Chase Keaton to the plate, fresh off of that big grand slam. Now has 1 homer on the year and 14 RBIs as the first pitch is up and in with a fastball. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The fans in the dugout don't like it that much. Up towards the head level of Keaton as he leaned out of the way. Romani leans in for the side from the first base side. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners will be going on contact with 2 away. Romani from the stretch. Long hold this time as he stares at Brewer. The 0-1 is a fastball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Keaton had the triple back in the second inning. That was blasted off the wall in deep left center field. 2 balls, no strikes to count here. As Romani comes set. Kicks, fires, pitch on the way is a fastball that is a strike at the top of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Keaton, like Miller, swinging a Victus bat tonight. It's the bat that he sent flying into the air, twirling into the air as he was fired up, screaming at his first base dugout after the home run. First grand slam of the year for Souris Valley. The 2-1 is a fastball at the knees on the outside corner. Strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Really good spot right there. Not much that Keaton could do with that pitch. Moretto takes his lead from first. Brewer from second. Deuce is running wild. 2-run lead, 2 runners on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Romani from the stretch. Now time called by Keaton as he steps out and takes a practice swing. Majority of the fans have held on here tonight at Corbett Field as well. They were patient and have been treated to a really good one. 2-2 pitch is a fastball outside, ball 3. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now, with full count and 2 outs, of course, Brewer at second and Moretto at first base will be going on the pitch. Line drive in the gap, very well could score 2. Outfield straight up, infield back with 2 away. Romani leans it for the side. He comes set at the chest time. Runners go. Payoff pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball in the center field. Williams twisting and turning now to his right as he'll camp underneath it to make the catch in straightaway center for out number 3. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on here for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nice job by Romani to keep this a 2-run deficit for Pierre. Running for the top of the 9th inning. Trappers down to their final 3 outs, looking for 2 to tie. Meanwhile, Sabre Dogs looking to slam the door as they lead it 11-9. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue. Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are.
Top half of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Trappers down to their final 3 outs. Trailing by 2. Going to be hard-throwing right-hander Kanan Morrow out to close this ball game up. This will be his first save opportunity. Has mainly been a starter this year. 4 outings, 3 starts, a 2-1 record with an 8.04 ERA. Last outing was out of relief on the 16th against the Spuds. Went 3 2/3, allowed 3 earned runs, but don't let that stat line fool you. 3 shutout innings before that. Got into some trouble late back in that 4th inning of work. So he'll get 3, 4, and 5, the meat of this Trappers lineup. And for Morrow, this is a situation he's very, very familiar with. At Paris Junior College the last 2 seasons, he has primarily been a late inning reliever, a high leverage situation reliever. So this is where he thrives, and a chance to unload that overpowering fastball here and pick up his first save of the year. First pitch on the way here to Brock Reinhardt is a fastball down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Reinhardt 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight, looking to at least put the ball in play. Morrow from the first base side, turns, kicks, fires. The 1-0. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Close spot right there. Hitters count here for Reinhardt. Again, if any base runner reaches, that'll turn the next batter respectively into the tying run as the next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Good fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. So for Morrow, who the majority of the time this season has had to conserve some energy, knowing he's going multi-innings, gets to let it all out right here as the next pitch is a fastball at the knees. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Reinhardt trying to avoid the good old golden sombrero. Morrow looking at least for out number 1. He turns, twists, and tosses. The 2-2 on the way. Swinging a late hack and a line drive. Foul off to the left side over to the batting cage. Down the left field line in foul territory. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Trappers led by 3. Back coming into that 6th inning. It's a 7-4 ball game. In fact, as the 2-2 is on its way, it's on the inside corner for strike 3. Perfect pitch by Morrow as he stares down Reinhardt as he heads back to the third base dugout. 1 up, 1 down, 2 outs left for the Sabre Dogs' 2nd consecutive series sweep. Perfect pitch on the inside corner that froze Reinhardt, a left-handed hitter with some arm side run that bit back in the front door. Here's Nicholas Strong. He's 1 for 3, a walk, a strikeout, reached on the knee 6 and singled back in the 7th inning. Morrow from the wind, turns and tosses. His first pitch on the way is down and away with what looked like maybe a breaking ball for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. No one up in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. This is Morrow's inning here. Wind still blowing in from right center. Morrow turns, kicks, and fires. The 1-0 pitch on the way, swinging a line drive, slicing foul and out of play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sabre Dogs will have a couple of days off before they head down to Hastings for what will be a week-long road trip in both Hastings, Nebraska, and Fremont, Nebraska. Going to be a tough competition against the Fremont Moo, who have been fantastic in the Clark Division this year. So the 1-1 pitch on the way from Morrow is swung on and popped foul off to the right side for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Currently the Moo a half game back behind the Pioneers for first place in the Clark Division coming into tonight at 16-5. The Trappers trailing them by 9.5 games, trailing the Pioneers for first place by 10. Meanwhile, the Sabre Dogs have full possession of first place by a game over the Tommyknockers at 15-7 in the Lewis Division. Here's the 1-2 from Morrow on the way. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So just about 8:27 local time, about to hit the 3-hour mark. As Morrow climbs the hill, steps onto the first base side of the rubber, shakes off McDonald once, now nods. 2-2 on the way. Fastball at the knees for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Morrow, both looking as the Trappers are an out away from dropping their 10th consecutive game in a row. Meanwhile, the Sabre Dogs trying to sweep this 6-game homestand and win their 6th in a row. Really, really good stuff. After a tough road trip in which they lost a tough series to the Sunfish, they have bounced back incredibly here against the Spuds and Trappers. First pitch on the way to Brendan Perez is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1. Power against power right here. Perez has 2 homers tonight, both out to left field. That homer, the most recent, came back in the 7th, made it an 11-9 game. Morrow turns and tosses the 0-1, swing and a pop-up straight back for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes as the Trappers are now down to their final out. Morrow looking for the save. He climbs off the back of his hill, turns his numbers to the plate, now spins around, climbs up, digs his right foot in the rubber, and comes set from the line. Fans rising to their feet. The 0-2 pitch on the way, swinging a high fly ball, straightaway left field. Schwabe goes in, now takes a couple steps back. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch, that'll do it. Kanan Morrow sets down the Trappers in order, 1, 2, 3. Here in the top of the ninth inning, picks up his first save of the year and secures a dramatic, nail-biting victory for Souris Valley as they sweep the Pierre Trappers. They sweep the Canyon County Spuds and sweep the 6-game homestand. They now move to 16-7 on the year. Will enter tomorrow with still full possession of first place. The Dogs will get 2 very well-deserved days off and head onto the road to face the Hastings Sodbusters and the Fremont Moo. Stay tuned for our post-game show as we will have our Player of the Game interview in just a couple moments. No surprise, it'll be Chase Keaton who had the go-ahead grand slam. Again, Sabre Dogs winning 11-9, are 16-7 on the year. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Corbett Field. We're with our player of the game after a dramatic 11-9 victory for the Sabre Dogs. Your player of the game, Chase Keenan. I don't think there was any surprise there with the go-ahead grand slam at the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's start out with that. You fell behind 0-2, quickly ahead in that count. Walk me through everything else after that at bat, the emotions you felt as that ball left the bat, and your approach.
Going into 0-2 count, I went to my 2-strike approach and basically just shorten up or spread my feet out, shorten up with my hands, and just really get there on time for a fastball and be able to adjust to an off speed. And luckily he threw a fastball outside and then came in with a fastball, and I was ready to hit it, and I got all of it. And I thought I knew it was gone off the bat, but I was so thankful because I was due, long overdue.
Absolutely due for one right there. Had a big college season, of course, and then bringing it over here to the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Now the bat flip, let's talk about that. We talked about Jordan Williams' bat flip last Friday, and give a lot of credit to him, but this one topped that one by a lot, sending it twirling in the air. How'd that part feel?
It felt good. I wanted to fire at my teammates and be kind of like the electric factory for my guys, and then let them know that we got their back and they got our back.
Absolutely, a 6-game sweep on this homestand. Back-to-back series sweeps, your third of the year as well. How big is that, especially coming off of a tough series in Sioux Falls, coming back home and picking up those wins?
It's huge. I mean, it gives us even more momentum. I mean, 6 games in a row, that's a lot for us right now. It really gives us a lot more momentum going on this road trip after these 2 off days. And I believe we're gone 6-7 days for this one, so the dogs are hot.
The dogs are hot, that's
Yeah.
right. Father's Day, there's not a better gift you could give your dad than a go-ahead grand slam. I'm sure he was watching from home. Anything to say to your dad after that one?
I love you, I miss you, Dad, and I can't wait to be home.
Sounds great. Once again, your player of the game, Chase Keaton. A triple, a grand slam, the go-ahead grand slam in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sabre Dogs win it 11-9. Sweep the series against the Trappers. Sweep the entire 6-game homestand against the Spuds and the Trappers as well. They now move to 16-7 on the year. They get a couple days off, then head over to Nebraska for a road trip against the Sodbusters and Moo. Make sure to tune on Mixler for that. Stay tuned on social media as well for game times and links. For everyone here at the Sabre Dogs, Ballard Ackaway, I'm Max Tanzer. We thank you so much for tuning in this entire homestand, and we'll be right back at it on Wednesday.